All right. Now let's see if it fixed this time.
Welcome to the Pseudo Intellectual Podcast, starring an ex-military trans female, Jesus' favorite dick magnet, a galaxy brain, and me, the greatest mind this side of the Trail of Tears. Fuck.
Why did he leave? Okay,
I
whatever.
thought he got kicked, and I was going to laugh.
Yeah, what's it called? Let me. All right, so I don't know what the hell happened. It seemed like as soon as we started, it fucking yeeted itself. But it seems to be working now. This is fucking bullshit. The one time we're early is the one time it messes up. All right, Stuffy. Or
What?
I'll just say Smart Alec. Introduce yourself. Smart Alec. God damn it! Why is everyone DCing? Why everyone fucking is messing up? Stuffy, you go.
No.
No, fuck you. Go. I'm busy.
Go, you piece of shit.
I'm
Stuffy.
I'm making the goddamn tweets and shit like that.
What do you mean timing?
I fuck all y'all. Like this was all like completely planned. We were all saying, yeah, we're all ready, and then everything just fucked up. I don't know what the hell happened.
This is what happens when we don't have plot in the podcast.
I don't know. Fuck all these fucking bullshits and fuck all this shit. And you know what? Fuck it. I quit. We're done. Bye. No.
I mean, I kind of love how our chat is just shitting on it.
We're fucking boomers, all right? We're boomers in spirit.
I fucking hate that meme at this point.
I'm not saying okay, boomer. Ugh.
I gotta get the chat up.
There we go. I got everything as... Oh, already? I was expecting at least a month for the next episode. Fuck. Gotta switch it to all. The most professional podcast. Yep. There is nothing more professional than fucking up constantly every single time. I don't know how we manage it, but we do manage it. And it's always a different fuck up every time. So, Smart Alec, you there? Alright, Smart Alec, I don't know what's wrong with him. He's AFK or something. He's just flat out not saying anything.
Well, Bio wants in.
And there it is.
Hello.
Wait,
there we go. We can hear you now.
Yep, sadly that's something you're gonna have to expect with me.
Yeah, you and your Uganda fucking internet.
Stephen Colbert.
This is what I waited 5 months for? Something awful. There is the live stream channel, which actually has on the other channel. So there's more.
And wait, are you multi-streaming this to both channels?
No.
Ah.
What we do is we stream it to this, unlist it, and then put it up on the other channel.
Okay.
So, Hazbin Hotel. We were freaking good and back. I bet Unknown has yes, but I will succeed.
I mean, the sad part is if they just join the Discord, you can hear us do a podcast every night.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
We pretty much do a podcast every night.
And it's more competently put together.
That's the sad part, actually. It's actually true.
Because thanks, Susan.
Oh, I know Notaku failed No Nut November 1st.
That is not true.
He nutted exactly on the tick of 12 a.m. November 1st.
And no. What's it called?
Oh.
It took 3 days.
You.
All right, so are y'all ready to watch the video?
No. Yeah.
Got done watching
Okay, I turned down the video because ear rape at the beginning.
Hazbin Hotel, and it was awesome. I enjoyed it so much. Wait.
I mean, it's PK Russell, so it's ear rape throughout the thing.
No, this is a bit more.
How dare you! I cannot believe
Oh my
talking.
fucking
No!
god.
Stop violating me with your different opinions! I can't take it. He keeps violating
I'm trying to decide if this is more cringy or...
Stop! I don't like this opinion. No. So yeah.
Okay, working now. Oh god.
Good fucking lord.
All right.
Oh my god.
I thought volume was a thing that could be controlled for all users.
No.
Nah,
Oh,
I
Lord.
fucking turned that down as much as possible.
I got banned.
Look, it's
I mean-
definitely lower than Chandler on my end, which is unusual.
Yeah.
Mm.
You got to appreciate the energy of willing to pick up a fucking chair, though, just for a video.
Yeah, there's not
So-
many people that would do that.
So wait, is he sitting there going, "How dare people not like my opinion?" By
How dare
expressing
people
their
have an opinion on my opinion? Like 2 seconds and there's already an issue.
Welcome to
Yeah.
YouTube.
It's not working correctly. Why is everything fucking up? I don't know. I'm almost tempted.
Professionalism.
Yeah, I'm almost tempted to just say fuck this and then try again some other day.
I mean, is it gonna be? Would Smart
Let's see.
Alex's computer be any better another day, or?
Yeah. I'm trying to get
Probably
it so
not.
that we see the thing without seeing everything else, so that it won't look so bad. There we go. This should actually do it. There, I think I got it. This looks more competent. Ugh.
Yeah, but we're still watching a PK Russell video, so it's not very competent.
Oh, fuck you too. Alright, so now that everyone's starting to roll in to the chat,
Yeah.
now let's explain this. I find it hilarious how much he is reacting to dislikes on his video.
Right.
What's called? It's like, so what? I get dislikes on my who the Smart Alec, why? What's wrong?
Trying to get low-key depressed. Oh, wait, what?
You keep like leaving and joining constantly.
My mic is just that bad. I'm walking, so...
Can you wait?
Can
So
you
you're not at your home computer, or?
No, I am.
Uh
Well, I mean, I'm not at my home. I'm on a laptop.
Okay, whatever. So
Get in
like
a
half
single
broke.
all right,
place.
let's get back to the goddamn video.
Broken in half.
Okay. So what's it called? Hazbin Hotel. No, PK Russell, where he's doing this like overreacted thing just to him getting dislikes. I'm like, what the fuck? Everyone gets dislikes, and he just happened to get more. And it's like, it gets to the point where he starts playing "This is my opinion. Why are you disliking it?" And it's like, are you actually going to be disliking the video because of my opinion? And it's like, it's hilarious. It's like you could literally use that argument for the people disliking the video itself. It's like, well, it's their opinion that they dislike your opinion. Why are you getting so mad? It's like one of those things, like, it's an argument that might sound okay on paper, but what's it called? It if you actually apply it consistently, it doesn't make any sense. Ugh.
It's just one of those things where it's one of those old but bad arguments you've seen for like a decade or more online.
It's called cognitive dissonance.
I just call it dumb, but I like that word better. It sounds smarter. Those two words better.
Maybe I should have done a lot of this fixing up before the what's it called?
Stream.
Yeah, before the stream.
Well, to be fair, it did take like an hour to figure out what was going on with the thumbnail alone.
Oh my god, the thumbnail was breaking. It just wasn't fucking working. I had to put the thing in for like constantly. I don't know, we tried like 50 times in a row and they were watching me on share screen that every time I was putting in, it just failed to put in, failed to put in, failed to put in, failed to put in, failed to put in. And I was like, what the hell?
Susan's conspiring against you.
Yeah, fucking juicing. Okay, back to what it is. This
To be
video.
fair, who isn't
all
Susan
the
conspiring
mistakes,
against
everyone.
at this point?
Okay, let's focus on the video now. All the mistakes are done.
This video a few days ago, and this is the result. Now today I want to take a look at some of the top comments on this video and respond to them. Then we're going to take a look at the Twitter drama that came from this video, and then we're going to...
Is that you, Alec?
The
echo?
grunt, yeah. Oh,
Did you
that was
fix
an
that?
echo? Shit. Is it still echoing?
finish up with my final thoughts. But before
No.
we get into that, there's
Yes.
What?
I said yes. I could still hear an echo
just a few things that I would like to say.
on someone.
First of all, this is a review. This is my review.
Yeah, I could hear an echo.
Okay, that's either
I'm not hearing an
Chandler or
echo.
Alec.
Then it might be you.
I'm
Chandler.
hearing it too, but
It might be you, Chandler.
Uh,
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Alec. Because Chandler
damn
just
it.
spoke louder and I heard it out of Alec's thing.
Shit. Well,
I'm not quite
how
sure
much
what
I can
Chandler,
fix
fucking
it.
stop that.
Yeah.
People expected me to do. Did they expect me to lie and say that I enjoyed the show? This is
No.
Nope.
No, we expected
We
you to
expected you to
Make
like.
give an honest opinion
no.
that didn't take stuff out of context.
we expected you to make a
for one.
we expected you to be competent in how you revealed the show instead of just saying everything happened for some reason and just ignoring all the context, right? Even as it's being thrown in your face.
No, I just expected yeah, so this is really smart, Alec. No, I just expected him to at least have logical points, because most of his points either didn't make sense or it made it seem like he didn't understand what the scene was. And we'll get more into
let's
that
just-
because
I
he
just
actually goes
expected
into
him to
defending.
qualify
Yeah.
one fucking statement.
Yeah, one statement. One.
I
statement.
mean, that's probably a symptom of wearing that furry suit so much.
what a review is. I watch it and I say what I thought about it. That's literally what I did. That's what the whole point of a review is. It is your opinion on what you thought of whatever media.
Not exactly, but I don't want to get into the semantics of what a
The
review is.
point though is
And
you
it's
have
the
to
people's opinion.
qualify your opinion. You
mean,
still
I
have
can
to.
just-
You can't just say I thought it was bad and move on. And even if
That's like a first thoughts kind of video, not
It
a
is.
review.
yeah, it's literally he gave the
I mean,
first
he did-
impressions and called
Well,
it.
I mean, what's it
it's been
called?
treated it as a review.
Well, I mean, he was asking on Twitter, what is Hazbin Hotel? And, like, either the next day or the day after, he made his review. So,
Yeah, because Hazbin Hotel was trending.
yeah.
that you just consumed. That's what I did here. If I lied and said that I enjoyed something that I didn't enjoy, I'd be no worse than reviewers who are bought out by people, who are paid to say good things about whatever it is they're reviewing.
Now, at least, what's it called? By them, you know it's because, they're being paid for it. Others, it's like, this is like, do you even understand what you're saying?
Speaking of which, check out fuck.
Check out
I
my
fucked up the
Crunchyroll
joke.
affiliate link.
This is my
Well, I
honest
was going to
opinion
say
on Hazbin
affiliate link
Hotel.
crunchyroll.com/basement.
Yeah.
What good of a reviewer would I be if I didn't give my
That's someone who fails on both of them. They don't understand what they're talking about, and they will chill.
honest opinion? So join me, shall you, as we take a look at
Okay.
Brought to you by BetterHelp. Use my
Okay,
affiliate link,
it is
betterhelp.com/basement.
really getting annoying, Smart Alec.
Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
what people are saying. Oh wow, I feel like you misinterpreted some things. The songs aren't random, this is clearly a musical. Is it actually clearly a musical? Because there were 2 songs in
3.
30 minutes.
There-
I have
And beyond that, like his
I didn't get a
opinion on
musical
it
vibe
is
from
actually shit. You can go watch Digi and Best Guy Ever actually give reasons why the songs weren't exactly great.
Yeah.
And give well thought out reasoning. Which is why they didn't get ratio to fuck. They were way harsher on Hazbin Hotel than he was.
Yeah, it's actually funny. Digi and Best Guy Ever were actually way more critical than him, but they actually had reasons and everything to back up what they were saying.
A lot of people were more critical than him and didn't get ratioed as hard.
Yeah, because they qualify their fucking statements.
Yeah. It was like, I kind of wonder
or
if PK
sometimes Daft Pena
actually
didn't.
watched other people's videos that actually didn't like it too much, or they say that they are critical of it, because it's only his. His was the only one out of all the critical ones that got ratioed to hell and back. And I
He's
don't
more
think he...
popular than them, too.
I don't think he...
This guy's avatar is giving me anxiety. Just look at it in the top right corner, top left. What hey, you know that
have a
one
musical-
image
No,
of
we're done. Stop.
theater background. I've been in several musicals when I was in high school, at least. I was Link Larkin
Or, I mean, I could guess that.
in Hairspray.
Honestly, I
Every
do believe
musical
that he
I've
has a
been in
theater background.
He has a
had way
theater
more-
background and yet called a musical a trope instead of a genre.
Yeah.
more than 2 songs in 30 minutes. Every musical I've ever seen has a much higher density of songs than that. It seemed like they were just songs thrown in just for the hell of it. It was not clearly a musical, and everyone who
I mean, if that happens every episode, three songs per episode every episode, I think that would be pretty musical of a fucking show.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if the
lot.
introducing song just becomes the opening, it would be 2 songs for 30 minutes, and that would be a musical. I don't think he realizes it's supposed to be like a reflection of the Disney style or My Little Pony.
Oh no,
also
I
did
don't
the
think it is a
multiple
musical.
cartoons.
I'm just saying
No,
I
it's
don't
not.
I don't think his points on why it is on why it
Or-
isn't make sense.
No, they're not. It's
talked about this
Ugh.
show referred to it as a cartoon, not a musical cartoon, not a musical. It's never been referred to as a musical before I made this
Why would they
video,
need to
and people said it's
specify?
actually a musical. I've never heard that before. It's not clearly a musical at all. The people dying part was probably there to establish how meaningless most of the demons' lives are, and it's hell what you
I'm getting
expect.
me hammer.
Yeah.
You don't die in hell. You're already dead. Angel Dust makes
Well, clearly they do, because they did die.
Did
Uh,
Angel Dust say you can't die?
Well,
in
maybe.
hell? That was
Well,
actually
maybe
kinda
they have a
confusing.
different interpretation of hell. Maybe your interpretation of hell does not line up with what the show is with what the show's is.
I think my interpretation of hell is having to upload consistent quality videos every week.
Hold on.
I think my image of hell is being sued $42,000 by YouTube for no reason.
But no, like, I think he misinterpreted that those weren't the same jokes. Those were.
I gotta go get something real quick. I'll be right back in about a minute or two.
Don't worry, you don't have to be back.
Oh my
man.
god.
Hey there, Peaches. Looks like a lot, a lot of things in there. All right, So, back to what I was saying, where he says, let me think. The people dying was probably there to establish how most of the demons' lives are. No,
makes lots of
it
jokes.
could maybe theoretically, but I don't think that's why it was there. I think it was more of Yeah, I suppose it could be a setting kind of deal, but you don't really see that happen like anywhere else besides the very beginning. So I don't think that is a good explanation either. But it is 3 different jokes, such as the first joke was, "Hey, he died." The second one, if I remember right, which one was the second death?
Okay, I remember the third. That was the drug one.
Yes, and the
The
joke wasn't
second
the death. The joke was
one,
the fact that he cared more about angel dust than the human life to begin with.
yeah.
Which, to be fair, I mean, who doesn't? But
especially since they're in
what was the
hell.
second one? Because I forgot to watch it before this.
The second one was like the
Oh yeah,
one
he just
guy
drove and
driving
crashed. Yeah.
Yeah.
off screen. It's a subtle enough joke that you might even miss it anyways.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Jokes because he's a star. Yes, but that doesn't make it any more or less funny. It's still exactly the same.
No, that's not.
You know, the fact that you have to censor porn kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, you could take that in multiple ways. But what I was trying to say is,
Well, I
what's it
mean, this
called?
is an anime channel.
No, but what I was trying to say is,
Who talked about this show referred to it as a cartoon, not a musical cartoon, not a musical. It's how meaningless most of the demons' lives are.
Let me get back
and
to
it's
the third
hell.
one
What
because
do you
I wanted to talk
expect?
about
You
this.
don't die in hell. You're already dead. Angel Dust makes lots of jokes because he's a star. Yes, but that doesn't make it any more or less funny.
Yeah, but that wasn't the argument. Because inside his video, he was saying he was making the sex jokes for no reason. That's why he was he's a porn star and a hellish kind of person and gay and all that shit. It's like, that's why those jokes are there. But you were saying it was for no reason and it was random and it was out of nowhere, and that's what you were saying. You weren't saying that there was a part where you were saying it wasn't funny, but you were also saying it was funny it wasn't funny because it was just random. It's like, no,
And that's wrong.
that's objectively wrong.
It's still
yeah.
exactly the same. I feel like an actual star would tell more clever adult jokes.
No, trust me. Most thoughts don't put thoughts into their jokes.
It's still on a level that's very below what
No.
adult humor is typically supposed to
No.
be. Right?
No.
Okay,
Oh my
you
God.
don't get into porn because you're intelligent.
I know. What's it called?
You get into porn because you've been abused
I
for
don't-
years.
Here's the thing,
I don't
Stuffy.
think
Every
porn-
single porn
yeah.
star has a master's in philosophy.
I mean, yeah, they just wanted to get back to their primal roots. That's why they wanted to go into that, you know?
Mm.
Are you wait? So are you
Philosophy.
saying Rika's a porn star?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get those videos.
Yeah,
on
he
the
just can't
regular
remember them though.
Later, when they were in the hotel,
Can't even
I know
remember
what
his
you were
own
trying to
videos.
say, Stuffy, and I'm not gonna say that.
and Charlie was upset, Angel Dust not comforting her was supposed to show that, yes, he may feel guilty, but he's not ready to show that yet. It'd be weird to make him go from, haha, I don't care about anything but to, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings so early on. And again, he's a demon. Okay,
You know, there's
fine.
another way to interpret that, which is a sign of.
Well, I
like,
want to hear what he
good
has to say
design.
about that first.
That was something that I just pointed out as a potential opportunity for character development right there. So many people are taking that
You
specific tiny
put
little
it up
part of
you put it up as a criticism in that moment.
Well, not only that, there's the fact that Angel Dust throughout the entire episode has fucked up everything.
Yeah.
Like it has just made everything worse.
Yeah. When it
So there is that little thing where they might think, "Hey, I'm just gonna I just fucked this up too."
I would find it more weird that if Angel Dust all of a sudden came and started comforting her like meaningfully.
Oh yeah,
and all
that'd
that
be
shit.
very rushed character development.
That
Like,
would
where
that
did
would
come
be a
from?
goddamn full entire arc of a character and making them pretty much almost a fully realized character all
In
inside
20
the
minutes.
pilot.
Right.
Not even an arc. It's just like oh,
It's just
like you
what.
said, a
Yeah, it's not
180.
even an arc. It just goes from, hey, I'm evil to, oh, I'm compassionate.
Well, not
So
just
that
that.
would've come
It's
out of
two-dimensional.
nowhere.
Well, beyond that, like, why would Angel Dust be the one to comfort her and not Vaggie?
Oh, that's simple, because
Uh-huh.
Vaggie is a self-insert of the person who made the show.
Kind of ironic that people on Twitter called a self-insert racist. What?
Oh man, I just
Well,
I actually
mean,
like
have
that.
you seen
I actually like that interview.
her?
where-
She's pretty translucent.
I kind of like that interview. The fucking, what's her name? Vivziepop was saying that she related the most to Vaggie.
I kind of like the fact that
Well, of course.
Radio Demon is
She's-
literally
well, of
her
course.
high school OC. Don't steal.
But yeah,
It's like, yeah, he kind of looks like a high school OC.
Yeah.
Video where I said this is a good place they could have done character development, and blowing that up to this huge thing as if I said that because they didn't do that, that makes the whole show bad. That's not
no one said any of your points means the whole show is bad. Like I'm
The
pretty
whole
sure.
point, the whole criticism is that would have been in the pilot and would have left no room for Angel Dust to have any more character development in a
I think there could have been
show.
more character development. It's just that it would have like completed
much.
it, like a lot of his
Too
flaws
rushed.
all in once without any hesitation. And that's what
Also-
the hesitation was actually showing inside the thing a lot more, because it was showing that maybe there is a chance to redeem Angel Dust.
Not only that, because there's constant movement in every scene, the fact that the hesitation was a still moment makes it pop.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Another thing is like this Hazbin Hotel
fucking
that's
sucks.
clearly visually run down. It's like, what's even the point of the Hazbin Hotel if people are gonna be randomly redeemed before it even starts working anyways?
Yeah, I mean, the moment the moment one person is redeemed, the story has to start getting rushed.
well, someone wanted to point out the fursuit. I think we got 5 minutes of comedy off of that last episode.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I mean, it totally invalidates his opinion because furries aren't people.
I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense that he can't quantify any of his statements. Just all the STDs in that fursuit helmet has been bogging down his brain cells.
Angel Dust is like a real person, the unknown otaku. Yeah, pretty much. I guess, if that's how you want to interpret it. Yeah.
not at all what I'm saying. I said that was a place where they could have shown character development. And if they don't do it there, that's fine. But there is no character development for him at all this whole episode. It was just one example. It could have been done anywhere else. and it can be done in the future,
Hopeless.
but I feel like
No,
it
doesn't
could have been
make
done.
jokes like
Him pausing counts.
like Angel does. Her jokes are way more anti-Semitic.
You know how much I hate semantics. Very anti-Semitic.
Oh my god.
Or
Oh,
anti...
oh my god.
Man,
That
Semantic.
global warming thing.
Technicalities.
I mean, here's the thing. Every time we get into a conversation about Monogatari, it ends out talking about the Jews. I don't know what the connection is there, but it just happens.
No,
Just
no,
talk
not-
about Monogatari.
yeah, we were doing that last night in the VC, and somehow we got to a conversation about what 70% of the body is actually made up of.
All right, let's go.
There, that was all I was saying. So many people seem to be misinterpreting what came out of my mouth. You know, Alistair has a radio voice because he's the radio demon. Also, his voice being annoying is subjective. It is subjective, just like literally everything is subjective at all when you
Well,
review anything.
No. That's not true. Hold
If you
on.
talk about the animation, how you feel about the animation is subjective. If you talk about the art, how you feel about
Actually,
the
the
art is
animation can be objectively measured.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
I don't know
himself
if I wanna
said
say
the
that,
animation
but-
was objectively good.
subjective. Everything you talk about in a review is subjective.
Let's
That's
see.
what a review is. You give your subjective opinion on something. There is no such thing as a fact when you are giving a review, unless you
I
say
give
that
the
the video was
sky
published on
a
this
2
date.
out of 10
Okay,
because
okay.
it's purple.
Okay.
we gotta
he
make
did.
the jokes.
Giving an opinion, it's an opinion. That's what a review is.
All right, so
Why is he talking about subjective facts?
God damn it! I don't want to go into subjective facts.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so back to what I was going to say. No, yes and no.
Oh my
Because
god.
what you qualify as good and bad, yes, that could be subjective. But your points leading up to that, when you say this is random, well, that's an objective statement. That's not like a subjective thing. You can go back into his point about the music, saying that it was random and done out of nowhere. Well, no, because it had build up to it, to the what's it called? It was hinted at because, for one, that's how the story began. But we'll go to the middle part, and where how she kept talking about how much she wanted to sing, how that's the best way for her to communicate, and how all that Vaggie was begging her not to sing and don't do it. And then everyone started laughing at her. She got nervous, and then she's like, well, I guess there's only one way to get through to them. It was like, all that was build up to it. There's no... So objectively, no, it wasn't random. So when we're talking about your points, it's very clear. What?
Did I really just turn Vaggie into a meme for the show? Because her name is Vaggie.
What?
Oh, I thought her name was actually Vaggie.
No, I said it because she's a fucking taco eater.
Spicy double taco. Oh, man.
No, November is subjective.
Supposed to be racist or sexist.
I mean, everything is subjective, apparently. But alright.
Once
You're scoring
again,
Or almost everything.
the whole thing based on what you thought of it. Everything is subjective. So I don't know what you expect from me. If there was nothing subjective in the review, it wouldn't be a review.
there's a middle
No,
ground.
the fact that members of the CIA glow in the dark is not subjective.
We have a couple of glow-in-the-darks in our Discord.
It's like that's the entire purpose of a review, is the subjective opinion of the person who's reviewing it. So I'm very confused how that what you're trying to say there.
Well, this goes into, like... I don't like the way he's wording it, because it is him trying to say he didn't say anything that was objectively false inside his review, which is completely wrong. We listed our last podcast quite a few things that is just objectively wrong. But yeah, we'll go into, and let's see if he goes even more into it.
Alistair's radio voice being annoying is subjective. It is, and I thought it was annoying. That was my opinion. Sir Pinch's voice.
Yeah, that is an objective thing. Yeah.
I can give him.
Yeah,
I can give him
calling it
that.
annoying
That
is
what
subjective.
that wasn't what he
Calling
said
it
at the
random
beginning.
is not.
Yeah, I know. He did say it was a random thing with the he actually just kept saying random for almost everything.
Yeah,
It's because if you just say random, you don't have to qualify the statement.
I know, right?
No, it's funny because last year, like my first commentary video was talking about people calling everything random, and it was bad, of course. But this video gave me a chance to point out like exactly what I meant in that first video, because it's just people just call everything random as a get out of explain criticism free card these days.
All right.
Voice being over the top is what they
Okay.
were going for. The pathetic villain trope, you know. The whole point is that he takes himself way too seriously. Two things here. The fact that that's what they were going for doesn't change anything at all. Just
Okay, I want to.
No,
Hold on,
I want to hear what I want to hear what he has
Shut
to
up!
say about this.
I'm going to say, what's it called? I know what he's going to say, and just keep this in mind, because I'm going to explain this wasn't his argument.
because someone intends for something to be a certain way doesn't make it any less good or bad. Many people dislike the Lion King remake, but if the animators came out and they're like, we actually intended for it to be this way, would that automatically make it a good movie? No, it doesn't change anything.
This wasn't the argument about any of it.
Not only that, the Lion King remake was wholly unnecessary, soulless, and bad.
That's not his point, but...
No, but his point...
No, let me
He
finish.
picked a
Motherfucker, let me
terrible
finish. So what I was saying is...
Welcome to this.
I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce made the best album this year. She deserved the award.
God damn it, let me finish. It's No Nut November.
Oh god, PTSD now.
Okay, so what's it called? What his points were is that he was randomly acted, and he went and said this is a trope that is bad because it's overdone and whatnot. And it's like, okay, that makes you like us to think you didn't understand the character, because whether you find that bad or not, that's not even the issue. People were saying you didn't even understand what the character was. As he was supposed to be the stylish person, and which you kept saying was random, like why do you bring that up and blah blah blah. But if you actually looked at him, he kept talking like, "Oh, you got to put on a performance," and the ones that are remembered is stylish. So of course he has the attitude to be abrasive and kind of what's it called, out there to the sense of like trying to portray himself as this kind of stylish person, I guess. The fucking actual word is escaping me. When it comes down to all this. So when you just hear him say that, and it's like, do you understand the character is a joke on that archetype? That's why everyone clowns on him, everyone just beats him like he's nothing, and everyone just makes fun of him way more than most others characters. It's like, the joke is that this trope is bad, but whether or not you like that as a thing, you first have to recognize that it is that before we can even talk about the rest of it. And that's what the problem was with there. And now he's saying, people pointing this out, saying that means it's good. No, it didn't even say that in the comment, that means it's good. It's that's what we're trying to say, is like, we don't even think you have a base understanding of what the character is. Y'all got something to say about that?
I mean, overused trope alert, Wii U, overused trope alert, Wii U.
All right.
I don't care what their intentions were with his character. I think that the decision to make it the way that it was does not fit in the context of this show.
Why?
Why?
Why not? Just say, I don't think your criticisms fit in the context of this video. Don't worry, I'm not gonna explain myself. I'm just gonna say that. And now, because it's also my opinion, you can't think I'm wrong.
Because it's your opinion, you don't have to qualify shit.
You're going for the pathetic villain trope. That's
what? What'd you say, Alec?
We're talking about anti-semantics earlier. Not semetics, because that's bad. Wonder what his views on subjectively talking to Holocaust deniers would be.
I mean, that is a subjective opinion.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's just your
In my
opinion,
opinion, the Holocaust did happen.
I mean, that's just your opinion. We're disavowing that.
Honestly, this review response is somehow worse than the review.
It is.
what their intentions were with his character.
Much worse.
I think
Because there's a lot of strawmans of what the argument is.
The decision to make it
He
the way
clearly
that it was
isn't scripted too.
does not fit in the context of
Hope
this
he's
show.
not.
Secondly, they're going for the pathetic villain trope. That's just another commonly used trope to throw into the list that they already have.
Oh yeah. So when it comes down to it, tropes are inherently neutral. All it matters is how it is executed.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Trope man bad.
Trope man
Trope
bad.
is bad.
Yeah, like as I
Trope
was
bad.
saying, the avatar he has in the
Their
corner,
faces.
it looks like, you know, that one picture of the Australian in the desert walking towards the big tornado in the middle of nowhere. You know that
It
one
looks like
photo?
deceased
You mean the
with
one where they
pain.
get the shit kicked out of them by emus?
Maybe, but it's the one that goes like Australian man attempts to
Whoa,
walk
I
to
didn't
the
even notice
store.
Hardigan is in here.
That's what the photo. That's what his avatar looks like. Hold on.
I just think it looks like just endless pain. Like, I mean, he's talking about a pilot set in hell, so it's kind of appropriate if you think about it.
All right, let's go.
The massive list of overused tropes. The whole point is that he takes himself way too seriously. There are so many examples of characters in cinematic history who take themselves way too seriously without using overacted voice acting, like Scar in The Lion King.
Oh my
takes himself way too serious.
No,
But
he's
he's
supposed
not
to
a
be a
joke.
he's supposed to be a parody of the mustache twirling villain.
Yeah.
Like so far beyond Scar.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Scar's flamboyant and over the top, but he's not a joke.
Yeah, like Scar is meant to be taken seriously
Scar
the
is a
entire time.
communist.
No, he's a Nazi. Did you see the hyenas?
Is there really a difference?
Sure.
Is there a difference between commies and Marxists?
The voice acting in the
Adolf
original.
Mao.
No, it's a reference from last night.
God, last night that had some really funny shit.
Is not overacted. It's not overacted to an almost silly degree, you know? It's done with a perfect balance of taking himself
Because
way
it
too seriously.
wasn't a
But
joke.
Also,
Yeah.
if you're an adult and rewatch Lion King, you realize it was heavily overacted.
Oh,
Not as
especially
bad as
Scar.
Aladdin.
not going
I
past
mean,
the line
Aladdin would fail if it wasn't for Robin Williams actually funny.
where it
Oh,
starts to just
Jafar.
Okay, I'm gonna press play.
become silly.
Sorry.
There are so many examples like that. You do not have to overact your voice in order to appear like you're taking yourself too seriously. So yeah, that might be the point of the character, but it doesn't have
Again,
to be
that's-
over.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like again, the whole point of the character is to be the mustache twirling villain. I don't know. I don't see how this guy's missing it.
No, I mean what he's saying is you don't have to overact the voice to appear as that. But I don't.
Dude, I just want to watch him. I just want to see his review of Batman the Animated Series. Just the fucking Joker episode. Because, like,
so
that's what the fucking snake thing reminded me is a less competent, more camel.
So back to what I was trying to say is you could say they don't have to do that, but it's not a matter of they don't have to do that. You kind of have to explain why it was bad. What's it called? Because in the fucking like Scar, if we're going to go back to Scar,
Oh God, what
shut
was
up.
that?
If we're going to go back to Scar wasn't trying to present himself in a stylish kind of form or any of that in any of those things. He wasn't trying to overact anywhere near as much as this character was built up. This character was built up from the ground up. His entire fucking character was that. Scar's was not. Scar's character was to be the mustache twirling, but not to the extent of anywhere near as the other characters. As Scar himself, he just he was just evil. He wasn't like overreacting to it that much. Scar was what's it called? It was quote unquote serious, but it wasn't. The movie itself isn't poking fun at Scar for doing that. It's actually playing it mostly straight.
Yeah.
Well, one thing to note is like I think he thinks that the snake guy is a serious villain for some reason. Like in the original review, he calls the villain was not defeated trope near the end, which is usually reserved for serious bad guys.
I don't think. Yeah, he's not. Scar was set up to be a Food Wars dish.
Wait, what?
Look at the chat.
Oh my god, that is amazing. Ugh.
Silly. There are so many examples like that. You do not have to overact your voice in order to appear like you're taking yourself too seriously. So yeah, that might be the point of the character, but it doesn't have to be overacted. And it shouldn't be overacted. The whole
The
It
fuck?
A character that is supposed to be overacted doesn't have to be overacted.
No, that
You
so he doesn't
Shouldn't.
take himself too serious. I need to go back like 15 seconds so that I can get this right because
Okay.
it sounded
Overused
retarded.
The
trope
Lion King
alert.
takes himself way too seriously. The voice acting, in the original film at least, is not overacted. It's not overacted to an almost silly degree, you know? It's done with a perfect balance of taking himself way too seriously, but not going past the line where it starts to just become silly. There are so many examples like that. You do not have to overact your voice in order to appear like you're taking yourself too seriously. So yeah, that might be the point.
Oh my fucking god.
He is supposed to be silly.
He's supposed to
Oh,
be
gosh.
reveling in it. He thinks he's already won.
Yeah, that was
That's the
definitely
thing,
shown
he's-
with Radio Demon.
Yeah, like honestly, it was too fucking. The thing with Radio Demon is actually two very, very good examples of think they've already won.
Mhm.
Difference
Actually,
is
there's-
Radio Demon knew he already won because they both sit there and you have the this is just a joke to me. Then you have the I've won, I finally won. No one can stop me type feeling.
Actually, if you think about it, they're kind of like polar
Yeah, they're
opposites
they're a
because,
foil to each other.
well, I wouldn't say foil. I'm not sure if like the snake guy's ever gonna come like fight Alistair again. But Alistair doesn't take himself that serious, but he is someone to take seriously. While Snake guy's the opposite. I'm forgetting his
whoops.
name.
Apparently, Alistair is saying that Alistair was just too broken.
This guy is either trolling or retarded. Maybe both.
Wait,
Oh my god.
What?
this gun kills people because it was made to kill. Studying of.
Alright.
Oh! Christ, this guy is going the animat route.
Alright, let's go.
Point of the character, but it
Let's-
doesn't have
Okay, I'm gonna press play.
to be overacted, and it shouldn't be overacted. The whole humor thing is, again, subjective. It is subjective. That's why it's a review. The point of a review is to give my subjective opinion on what I thought of what I watched.
Should we start qualifying what a review is? Because
Uh,
I didn't want to get into a semantic of what a review is, but the fact that he keeps bringing it up, should we actually go into it?
Let's
No,
look
because
at the
there's still the
Merriam-Webster.
core problem of every part of his subjective opinion was never qualified.
We're just wrong.
No, but
Like, I sat there on the stuff I agreed with him on and qualified the statements for him.
yeah, that
Because
was last
he
podcast.
didn't qualify a single fucking statement.
That's not true. He qualified one.
Okay, he qualified what?
It was the sound effects.
Okay, no, I think I qualified that too.
Well,
Because
yeah, I mean, he qualified it, but you did as well. All did.
because it's like, no, some of these are wholly
We're all
unnecessary.
qualifying it together.
we're all,
Still, one of the funniest ones though
we're
is
all
when
equal
Radio
under the
Demon
eyes of
when
Allah.
Radio Demon asks what fucking Angel Dust can do,
Everything
and you
in
just
the-
get that fucking white noise.
What about the black?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta be diverse, man.
Yeah.
View is subjective. Once again, yes, humor is subjective. I believe that Vivziepop was going for a wacky and eccentric style. Once again, it doesn't matter what they're going for. That doesn't change whether it's good or bad. Everyone there.
That changes how you're supposed to judge it.
Legitimately, you're supposed to, especially with a review, you're supposed to judge it by how well they execute.
Like I wouldn't start judging K-On! Based on how good the fight scenes are.
Right.
Well, I don't know what that is.
I mean, yeah, I totally would. Why? That scene between fucking Sarakawa-san's tongue
that fight,
and the guitar, that scene was fun. That was a great fight scene.
What?
That quote-unquote fight scene only lasted about 4 seconds.
Yeah. So that's how long all of Spike's fights should have lasted.
No. Okay, we'll get into it.
Has a "who are you to stop me" peasant attitude, so obviously no one is gonna hold back. They swear too much. Are they in high school? No, they're in hell. Right, but adults in real life, even the ones who would go to hell.
What?
Fuck you,
Do
you
not swear
fucking
this
cunt.
Oh, shut up.
Obviously no one is gonna hold
You
back.
piece of
They swear
fucking
Shut up.
shit.
Let me finish. Let's hear
too
it.
much. Are they in high school? No, they're in hell. Right, but adults in real life, even the ones who would go to hell, do not swear this much. To me, it came off
Have
like they
you
were
heard-
trying.
Hold on. But
Have you heard me
fucking
speak?
heard?
shut up. So let's talk about this, because when he was saying this point was to where he was showing it was with Vaggie inside the limousine. She only said it twice in that entire few-minute conversation, and that's when he was saying it's too much and it's supposed to be used as an emphasizer, which they did use it both times as an emphasizer. And he said, no, but they're not using it like that. They're just using it to sound edgy. And it was like,
Fuck is not meant
What?
to be used as an emphasizer. It's meant to be used as a fucking comma.
you just used it as an emphasizer, goddammit.
No, I used fucking as an emphasizer.
Oh,
Fuck
whatever.
is a comma.
Well, he said the F word, so it means F.
I'm pretty
like,
sure he said,
whatever.
That's true.
way too hard
Well,
to
in
be
the
adult.
old days, like with this,
It's just trying way too
In the
hard to
old
be an
days-
adult. I mean, it's not really trying.
in 2017,
Yeah.
like he made this video.
it's
It just
meant
is.
to just show, like, emphasis. Oh,
I like his. I like this line of logic actually. The F word and all that shit. That shows you're a kid. Thus, kids should be allowed to say swear words at school because that's what kids do.
I mean, I remember fuck hate and all of their commercials of kids just using profanity.
The punchline in the
I said
harder
the
daddy
N-word
joke
again
was
at
Sir Pinchus
school.
replying with "son" and Angel's face responding to that, which you cut out. A lot of people have brought this up. I would play the clip, but my video got copyright claimed. We'll talk about that later. But basically, when Angel Dust is chained and thrown across and lands, and then he says, "Harder, daddy," Sir Pinchus, the spaceship guy, says, "son," and then Angel Dust is like, "huh?" And I cut out the part where Sir Pinchus said, "son," and then Angel Dust goes, "huh?" In my mind, those are two separate jokes that were related to each other.
No,
No, it's one
What?
fucking joke.
No,
it was
You
one giant.
one joke.
I don't know if he understands how jokes work, but you have to have a setup before the punchline.
Jokes
Yeah,
are
it was-
really simple
well,
to
technically-
describe. Setup and punchline, and
You can
There's
see it
some timing in
at like
between.
it's how Best Guy Ever did, because he said, "Oh, he thought that was the whole joke, and he was going to be disappointed." But the fact that he said "son" and then
Yeah.
that face, that he knew that was the actual joke. It was kind of misdirection of the thing, and it was done brilliantly.
Yeah, there's like 3 jokes in the entire, well, 4 in the entire show that are just god tier jokes, and 3 of them involve angel dust. One of them is just a picture.
Let's see the chat.
Oh, God, I'm scared.
What
It's
separates
a
PK,
version.
what separates PK Russell from Doug Walker? Doug can make the most shitty review, and by the next week make a decent, better review. PK Russell makes a shitty review and made a response that is even worse. God damn.
Oh my god.
See, here's the trick. PK Russell could have listened to the criticism and actually kind of thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or he can do a shitty response to a review. He chose the latter.
Or just ignore it, if anything. Like, that would have been better than this.
Yeah. But I know the real reason he made this was the next part where he's talking about the copyright claim. But we'll get into that.
I dread that
Angel
part.
says,
I
"Harder,
hate that
Daddy."
part so fucking much.
Which is the adult joke, then a juvenile joke. Following that, where Sir Pinchas says son because Angel Dust said daddy. So hilarious. I didn't include that part because I didn't want to take up too much time playing from the show.
That doesn't make sense because what's
So
it called?
confused.
It was literally shown inside your video. You had the audio off. And if we were going to do that, that only adds about 3.
That would
4
add
seconds.
context, and also it actually shows how juvenile his sense of humor is when he didn't realize what the actual joke was.
Well, he's screaming and flipping a chair. Of course his humor's juvenile.
And I didn't think that it changed the joke at all. If anything,
How dare you call
having
me out by
Wait.
that end part in there makes it even a dumber joke.
Well, you should have just played
It
it.
made
to
it
prove
even
your point, then.
dumber. Okay, let's see if he explains this.
So I see what you're saying with that. I see how you can see that I'm trying to hide the punchline, but I'm not trying to do that at all. If I included that, it would have been an even dumber joke anyway. And it would have just helped my points even more.
How?
I'm sorry. Could you qualify this statement? Just a little. Give me a fucking sentence so I can understand your thought process and not think you're a fucking idiot.
I wouldn't say that, but it's just more of a what's it called? Yeah, he
obviously doesn't understand setup punchline.
Yeah, I mean,
He's only seen Disney movies.
yeah.
Which is ironic that he couldn't catch that this was a Disney parody.
Husk is a moody,
whatever.
grumpy,
I don't know.
It's not
Well, I
something
mean,
that he swears
looking
a lot.
at him, he's not old enough to know the shows it's parodying.
Especially if you take a moment to realize who he's talking to. Alistair, someone he probably has a not so nice history with. Side note, most of the swearing in that episode is either used if it's aimed at someone the character despises or whenever someone is mad, which is understandable. I agree, there are adults in real life who swear too much. I know some people who swear every 5 words.
Stuffy.
That is me.
It is true that there are adults like that, and having one character like that makes sense. The problem that I have
Hey, I
is that
swear way more than every 5 words.
it seems like every single character in this show is like that. That's what
It may you say it seems like that, but how many actually do? Because what's it called? I don't think Charlie really does. Like, if she does,
Charlie
She actually
doesn't
swears a
swear at
surprising
all.
amount. Like,
yeah, I don't think Charlie does.
No,
at
I think
all.
she says it like 4 or 5 times total.
yeah.
Like,
I don't
actually,
think
there's very
Spi-
little
I don't think
profanity.
Spicy Double Taco does, and I don't think Radio Demon swears at all.
I don't think he does.
Well, I mean, there's one time that's a bit of a stretch. You might be able to count during when he says, "Hey, what the hell?" But that's a pun.
yeah,
Yeah,
but no, he really
well, that-
doesn't curse.
I mean that's only if you find hell as swear. But whatever.
It's fucking.
Once again,
I'm
it's a
sorry,
stretch.
I'm an adult. I don't think hell is a swear.
The hell is wrong
Let's see.
with hell? There's nothing.
I think it actually the more evil, most of the time, more evil your character is. It seems like they're the ones that swear the most, with the exception of Radio Demon.
Radio
That's-
Demon and the Snake. They swear the least.
That's what I was gonna say, because they have their little the snake has his style thing, thus, and would probably see swearing as deterring of his style, and Radio Demon just sees everything as a joke, as he doesn't need to take anything seriously, and he just does his own thing. Like, those are probably the only two that don't follow that rule.
These people seem surprisingly happy for being in hell now I think about it.
Spa Dinner in a chat
Well-
says that Charlie sweared only once, but she was quoting her dad.
Oh
you
yeah, you don't take shit from other humans.
Yeah.
Oh, she also said sketchy as fuck.
Yep, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, when she called the radio host, I mean, not the radio host, the
Right.
TV host a bitch.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
really.
she was
Bitch.
forcing that one.
Like, I really don't
Yeah.
care about the word bitch.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, so 3 times in the span of 30
Well,
minutes.
also, when she saw Angel Dust on the TV screen, she said, "Oh shit."
Okay.
So 4.
4 times in the span of 30 minutes. That's still, and this is a main character who is constantly talking. I don't think that is a lot. That's actually very small, especially for where I live. That is actually absurdly small. And Spicy Double Taco, I think she only swore a couple of times as well.
Mm-hmm.
Only twice in the limousine, as you said?
Yeah.
A couple of other times.
Bitch is
Yeah.
minor. It doesn't count.
It feels like you're being bombarded with frick words. And it's not like I care that people are saying
damn
bad
it.
words.
Very good.
It's
Well,
just
you need that at YouTube ad revenue.
trying way too hard to be funny. It's trying way too hard to be funny and way too hard to be
Semi-classic
adult. So
Sonic
yes, it
fan
makes
be
sense to
like-
have one character that's like that, but it seems like every character is like that.
Man,
That's the problem
we need to have semi-classic Sonic fan on.
that I have. I'd love to hear some opinions that don't consist of, I don't think that this is funny, so no one should. Feel free to share. First of all, I never said this a single time in my review. First person who finds where I said this gets $100.
Okay, let me just rewind a little bit when you read it. I would that get me the $100? Do you think I could get it the $100 like that?
A lot of people seem to think that when you say something critical or something negative, that you're saying, I don't like this, therefore no one should. But that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, I don't like this. And in the review, there were several times where I did say, as a joke, and it was obviously
That's
a joke,
subjective.
that people who like this type of humor in Hazbin Hotel are either children or very juvenile adults.
But I bet
There
I don't
is-
have to explain why, even though I'm making a video to explain why.
It definitely didn't sound like a joke, but okay.
I mean,
was-
it did, but everything he says sounds like a joke, so everything sounds serious.
Obviously exaggerated humor, and it was obviously a joke. I shouldn't even have to explain that, but we live in the society we live in 2019, where nobody
live in a
really
society.
understands when you're joking and when you're not. That's
Pressing X to doubt, especially when you try to qualify that by showing examples.
my sense of humor. I say over-exaggerated things, and I make it very clear that I'm doing it, but no one ever picks up on it, really. Okay, I get that you probably didn't really
Oh, so that's all you could say on that. Okay.
mean that it's very bad, like it said in the thumbnail, but imagine spending years on a really big project like this and finding videos like this. Imagine thinking that
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with that.
you're immune to
I don't
criticism
either,
because
but
you
keep
spent
this in mind for later,
Yeah, I know.
because he's gonna use the hard.
I know.
a long time on a project. I'm sure they spent years on the Lion King remake once again, using that as an example.
Why does he keep bringing
Doesn't
up the
mean that you-
Lion King remake?
Because it was bad.
You can't say I didn't like the show. Plus, the humor
That's
is
why.
subjective. I personally found it quite funny, as did a lot of other people. Just because it isn't the
To show
adult humor you
hypocrisy.
prefer, it doesn't mean other people didn't like it. Right, and just because other people did like it, doesn't mean that I have to like it either. Of course
You're
you're
not
not
saying
impressed. You like watching animation memes. I most certainly do not like watching animation memes. Movement is over-exaggerated. Voices are cringy, sound effects are everywhere and unnecessary. You haven't watched a lot of cartoons, have you? Oh, no, I did. I have. This is exactly what works for a children's cartoon, as I
It's a
said
bit
in my review.
arbitrary.
This is a cartoon made for adults, though. I respectfully disagree.
Oh my god, has he watched Ren and Stimpy?
Like, there's nothing to argue because he's not putting up points. He says this is
Yeah, that's the thing.
he just says something and thinks that's enough to make it so.
I
That's
think
all it
one
is.
thing is that this might work for something as simple as an animation meme, but he's applying it to a story-driven,
A plot
complicated
pilot.
project.
Yeah.
It was funny and entertaining, but hey, we have different tastes. That's how you do it, right there. That's
Yeah.
a great example of how you do it. This one has a weird radio voice for some reason. I wonder why. Maybe it's because he's the radio demon? Yeah, I think it's a dumb gimmick.
Then why'd you say for some reason?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
on the voice makes it harder to understand what he's saying, and it's very annoying to listen to after a while. It's a gimmick that's good for a little bit, and then after a while, just
I
gets
could
very
understand exactly what he was saying the whole time. I don't know what.
That's subjective.
annoying. Kind of like my own voice. Okay, I hear your point, but you know this is a pilot episode,
That's true.
right? Yeah, when Fallout 76 released, you know that they can just update it in the future, right? And make it a good game in the future. A lot of people use this is a pilot.
That's a completely different fucking
Okay.
argument.
Also, the one of the big complaints
Okay,
I've
hold
seen
on. I want to
and agree with.
talk about this right after you. Go.
One of the big problems I see people mention and agree with is they pack way too much in it, and that's literally just because it's a pilot. It's a proof of concept.
Yeah. So
Like it needed to be 3 episodes instead of 1 episode, which if they get picked up, they might do.
okay, so this is what it was. When he says, "Oh, because X game can be patched up later, thus it's bad to criticize," or whatever what he just said. And I was like, okay, that's very different because they're selling the entire thing and saying this is the game, and because of that, they go and are like, this isn't like what a pilot is. If anything, this is more of like an episode 1, and then they retcon it later. If that is probably more what it would be, but of a comparison, because what a game is trying to do, if it is actually done, it actually is like, hey, this is done. These are extras and add-ons, and maybe fix a glitch in here and there. And it's like, no, those are still flaws and whatnot, and this is a way to completely judge it. What is the goal of a pilot? This goal of the pilot is to show proof of concept that they can do it and get people interested into watching and doing all that. So when it comes down to that, there isn't as much of a need to, what's it called? It's more of is to show what the world is and what the characters are, which it does that, and then have a end goal for the story, so that it gets people to keep wondering, oh, what's going to happen next. That is what it nails completely in all 3 of those aspects.
Well, I think to put it simply, just like it's not the whole product, it's just the beginning of the story and the introduction, so we can fine-tune stuff later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, for one thing, it's more than likely it's not going to be the same, just because of the nature of pilots. They almost always change, and it's probably one of the best pilots I've ever seen. I know he's going to argue, yeah, it may be one of the best, but pilots shouldn't have to be like that. He wants to judge pilots to a standard of an actual show. But we'll get into that in a bit.
Excuse.
Yeah,
yes, most
bad.
pilots that are made are not as good as a show ends up being, right? But that's not how it should be. Just because that's the way that most pilots are doesn't excuse a pilot from being worse than the rest of the show. Hazbin
That you certainly weren't acting like that when you were making that review.
Remember, proof of concept should be as good as finished product.
Yeah, but whatever.
Hotel is too juvenile, says the guy who goes instead of saying or that's just YouTube being juvenile, is what it is. If
I agree with him on that.
I say those words,
Yeah.
I get
Mentally.
demonetized. I'm sure that the overacting of his voice was intentional. It was, but that has no effect on whether it's good or not. Many of the decisions made for the Lion King remake were intentional. That doesn't mean that they're good.
I think he's using the word intentional a little too loosely on this.
Just because they're intentional doesn't mean
Well, I
that they're
think
good.
I think he's using the Lion King reboot a little too much because he's a damn furry.
Yeah, he should definitely use
Yeah.
the Aladdin reboot because no one thought that was good either.
Like I said in the video, overacted voice acting works sometimes. In this particular usage, I did not believe that it worked.
Why? Because all you explained is why overacting doesn't work. You didn't say.
No,
why...
he didn't even explain that.
Well, okay, he said why he doesn't like it in the review. He actually explained why he didn't like it, but when you look at the review, it seemed like he didn't understand that was
Did
what
he
it was going.
say why? I thought he just stated that he didn't like it.
No, he did say why, and
Oh.
that's when we were talking about. It's like, well, did you even understand what this character was? Because he was thinking it was a completely serious person and a random villain and mustache twirl and stuff like that. Like, if you actually looked at what he was saying, he actually thought it was it really looked like he thought it was a character that it wasn't, and that's why we were saying the way he was judging it is so weird, because he's judging it based off of something it's not.
Well, that's the thing. Throughout every piece, if it was just a first reaction, he would have gotten a lot less flack. But the moment you are doing a review, you have to you have to accurately assess what you're judging.
PK just
And
meant
he's missed every point.
the humor sucks, but the idea is okay. That's a great way to sum it up. That's literally what my review was. I don't know why people thought
Or should have
that
been.
I was just saying
There's an echo again.
Because he,
Let me see.
throughout the entire thing, refused to qualify his statements.
Yeah,
This is like doing a Mother's Basement video. We're just going to be repeating ourselves.
nothing but
Yeah, that's
negative
why
things about
talking a lot less.
Hazbin Hotel, because I didn't at all. I even gave it a 5 out of 10, which is a very in-the-middle score. It is literally in the middle. That 3 times in a row joke he was complaining about, that's an actual, like, comedy
Plot, his shaft got flipped inside out.
Okay, who is it? Okay, it might have been Alec.
tactic called the Rule of 3. I'm pretty sure that was purposeful. Sure, it might have been purposeful, but
Fucking Chandler.
Mute your mic if you're going to eat.
Okay.
that
Well,
doesn't
beyond that, I think you're the one who's fucking echoing.
mean that it was good. The fact that it was purposeful doesn't make it all of a sudden funny now. I think that it was a bad decision to use the
it's
Rule
gone.
of 3, if that's even a real thing, in that
Steffi, I think you want to talk about that.
Wait, let him finish
particular
so I can make fun of him even better.
spot with that particular joke. What I think would have been funny is if they did do that same joke, but they had one at the beginning of the episode, another one in the very middle of the episode, and another one at the end, rather than putting them literally right next to each other. I think that's how the Rule of 3 is supposed to be used, is when you spread them out like that over the course of a whole performance.
Okay.
In my mind,
To an extent, he's correct on Rule of 3. Spreading them out makes it work more efficiently,
Yes.
and the jokes will have greater impact.
Yes.
What fucking joke is he talking about, though? Because, like, I
The 3
zoned out
deaths at the
for a s-
beginning, which are not the same joke, but he keeps saying that they're the same joke.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I've turned up my
Okay.
mic sensitivity, if that makes it any better.
Okay, hold on. He's talking about the 3 deaths at the beginning?
Yep. Which are all 3 different jokes that he
Yeah.
couldn't understand.
The Rule of 3.
And the death of the John who got in a car accident. So, oh no, he got crushed by a meteor. No, he didn't get crushed by the meteor.
Okay, yes, this is what happened. One person, I don't remember I keep forgetting how one died. One drove off and crashed and
Yeah.
died, and then another got
See,
crushed.
that's the thing.
person who
He
stole
might
the
not-
angel dust got crushed by the meteor, and
Yeah.
the joke of that one was he cared. It's like, oh my
He-
god, my drugs.
My drugs, which I thought was a bad joke because I've seen it done a million times. It's like this one's so on the nose, it's not even funny. Look, any drug joke should always be up the nose, not on it.
I get it.
What
Oh,
I was saying,
fuck you.
What I was saying is it was too obvious, and then they had a giant weight, so it just made it more painful. It's like, you know what? The fact that they did such a giant weight just makes it even more like, oh, I know what the joke is going to be, and it's just you're just waiting for it, and it just becomes like, yeah, I saw that coming. It was a little too obvious. If they cut out a lot of that wait time, it actually would have made the joke a lot better. But even then,
Like, that's the thing. He doesn't even recognize who he is, really. Because Rule of Three is the exact same joke.
Mhm.
Like, usually verbatim.
a lot more funny, but that's just what I think. Just because something is an actual tactic doesn't mean it always is good and that it always works.
I don't think anyone's saying that. It's literally about, as we were constantly saying about the tropes, quote unquote, it matters about execution, not whether or not they are there. You can always say just because they use the trope and it's quote unquote overused, that doesn't mean the trope itself is bad. But yeah.
Just like the rule of thirds in cinematography does not always work. It works most of the time, but not all the time. Sometimes you want things to be center frame rather than over here, you know, like how I am right now.
It doesn't
if I was
actually
here
work
the whole
most
video
of the time.
following the rule of thirds, that was stupid for this video, right? As a fan of the show, I respect your opinions. I just hope the other fans don't get triggered. Me, C's title, me, oh you poor soul, they're gonna you. Yeah, I think that just shows a huge problem with fandoms in the internet. I had so many comments that say the same thing. Like, people have said, wow, you're so brave to post this. How can you say something so brave yet
Stunning
so
and brave.
controversial? Stuff
That is literally a fucking meme. That is literally
Dude,
a fucking meme.
he's just so stunning and brave.
like that. It's like, if we have people saying that, you know, that it just exposes the culture of you either toe the line and you agree with what everyone else says, or you get attacked, you know?
That is not true. Digi and Best Guy Ever are living proof that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, because they qualified their statements. Like, they sat there and already had the reason even Digi, who half the time his reasoning is pants on head retarded, qualified his statements in a sane way.
Yeah.
Either toe the line.
I saw like there was a video I saw with like the exact same points almost verbatim, but it was good because they paid attention and explained more. So I think it was this one. It was almost disturbing how similar their thoughts were.
The outcome is correct, but not the path to it.
Yes.
Or
it's about
get
the
attacked.
journey, not the end.
If saying my opinion on a show is being brave, we have a real problem. We have a real problem with the culture on the internet.
I mean...
Okay, your opinion on a show is idiotic. That good?
Hold on, I'm trying to think of something real fast. What's it called? If your opinion on a show is brave, and that, what if, what's it called? You think Saving Private Ryan is bad?
I mean, that is a brave opinion.
Because because the Americans won inside the.
I mean, if you think Schindler's List is bad, I'm not even gonna finish that.
Oh man, all right. This is
Now,
good.
there are some other things that people have said that got lost in the sauce that I would like to
Again,
talk
stop
about.
laughing
There are
at
many
my
people who
idea. I could even say it.
said that I watched this without doing any research, and that I made this review without doing any research. What research? What are you talking about? I watched the pilot. The pilot is the beginning of his
Watching the
series.
video itself.
Yeah, there were a couple of times when we started questioning if he actually watched it.
Everything you need to
Yeah.
know about the world should be explained within the pilot.
I agree with this, and I know
Yeah.
where he's going to say, people are saying, well, if you wanted X explained, then you should have watched the streams, the 13-hour streams. And I get what they're trying to say, and what's it called?
I mean,
I honestly think PK is right in what he's saying, that it should be explained inside the show itself.
well, the funny
But-
thing is, if you're paying attention, most of it is explained.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it almost all is explained inside the show itself, and he just has a misinterpretation or whatever.
No, you have to really fucking pay attention, and I had to watch it 3 times to catch even half of it.
Yeah, that's
There's
just
a lot of
Because,
little
like,
stuff in the background,
when there's
too.
songs going on, they change the frame every, like, 1.5 seconds or
I think
something.
you're just slow.
I think they
You're saying it-
actually showed Charlie's dad like 3 times through the whole thing, but it's really quick and subtle.
I mean, one
And
time
look at
it's a
Vivziepop's
portrait.
live streams where she was working on art or
Yeah.
animation and explaining the story on live streams. You shouldn't have to do any of that. The only research you need to do when you're watching a pilot episode is to watch the pilot episode, which I did multiple times. The only exception is if this was a sequel to something. This isn't a report on the history of America. There's no research that I should have to do. If you have to do research before watching a pilot episode of a series to understand what's happening, you failed at making a compelling series. Everything should be explained.
I don't think
in
that means to make a compelling series. I think that's a little bit of a different statement, but whatever.
the series. There were also a lot of people who said that I made
No, the
this
fun-
video for the
Draft of his script before he
views. Every video on YouTube that's ever been made is made for views. If you didn't want to
that's
Admittedly.
Every single video is made for views. All right.
a large
Hold on.
chunk of them. There's
Yeah.
some videos that people just make because they want to make them.
No. What I wanted to do was, y'all won't be able to see this because I'm not. Okay. So, I wanted to bring this up later. Fuck, y'all can't see it. Let me screenshot it and bring it to there. Let's see. Can this show it?
I kind of just want to put a gun in my mouth right now.
All right, whatever. So random. What it means is made, done, happening, or chosen without method or conscious decision. An unknown or unspecified or odd person. Now, if he wants to get so pedantic to the point of, yes, this video is for views, every video is for views, because if you put it on YouTube, that means you want to get views. Well, if you want to be that pedantic, then literally nothing inside any show ever can be random, because there is a method to put it in. There is cognitive reason to put it to why they're actually doing it. You can have some method in, even if their method is to make it seem as random as possible. That is still a method. We can get, like, he's just going and trying to be purposely obtuse about this.
Also, it's pretty safe. It's a pretty safe guess that the animator has spent 100 times more on that scene, 100 times more time. This is a really awkward sentence. Than you will see,
Yeah.
because it takes a while to animate a scene, and if that scene's 5 seconds, well, 24 frames per second. Shit, I don't feel like doing that.
All right. Let's But yeah, that's what I mostly wanted to say. If you're going to be this pedantic about definitions, then majority of your statements are flat out wrong just by looking at everything you were saying pedantically. Like when we were talking about how almost all of his criticisms against the show was random. Well, random can't exist inside of a show.
I mean, after watching Medicare's last real video, I'm pretty sure he doesn't give a fuck about views.
Yeah.
I get views, you would make the video and just leave it on your hard drive and never let anyone see it. The point of uploading to YouTube is to let other people watch what you've made. Views is the entire point of the website of YouTube.
Yeah, saying this shit is like completely missing the point of why people are saying that, but whatever.
I made the video because everyone and their mom was talking about it and
Okay, bye, Mom.
Mother's boy detected.
I'm muting him for a little bit. So he can do
praising the hell out of it.
Oh,
And it got me excited. I was thinking in my mind, finally, a great animation project on YouTube. A full-fledged pilot for a series on YouTube? That sounds awesome. Then when I went and I actually watched it, I was amazed at how far below my expectations it was. I'd never heard anything about Hazbin Hotel before everyone started talking about it on Twitter after it was released. So I went in expecting to really enjoy it and expecting it to be really good. And I was severely disappointed. That is why I made the video, because I was amazed that no one was talking about why they didn't like it. I was amazed that there was no criticism for it at all.
I don't know how much there actually was when it comes down to it. There, I unmuted you now.
Thanks.
I don't remember how much there was, just because that would require me to know when this video was released. But he also explained that he was trying to get it out as fast as possible and trying to be like
I mean,
Russian
that
people.
was obvious.
Like he was trying to be some of the first people, so I was like, what are you talking about? Like, if you're trying to get it as fast as possible, of course there will be not as many criticisms out, because it takes a while to think of what constructive criticisms and why it's bad and how to go about it. This thing takes a process of time. So if you're going to say, look, I just watched it, I don't see why others haven't made videos on why it's bad, I'm going to make it. It was like, yeah, if you say that like hours after it released, that's kind of a
Also,
ridiculous
to do a
thing
negative video, you have to be more right than the people who are just being positive.
That's inherently right, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It shouldn't
like,
be that way, but it is.
well, it's because as much as people love a negative video, you have to qualify every statement.
Yeah.
It seemed like everyone was just praising it. There were so many problems I had, I wanted to say all of my problems with it. Also, another thing that's really interesting is there were several good things that I said about the show. Many people said that I was only hating on this show and that I was bullying the creators and only saying bad things about it, when I said several things that were either good about the show or very neutral about the show. The overall score that I
He's
gave
right
was even
there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how much people were saying, "Oh, you're only negative," and I was like, I don't know.
I've seen a bit of that.
a 5.
I've
I
seen
was
a
like,
bit.
I don't know how much, and I was like, I'm sure there might have been a couple, but it was like, eh.
Out of
Yeah.
10.
It like when you're getting thousands of comments, it's obvious that some people will say shit like that.
Which it didn't get
That's
a 0
true.
out of 10. I even defended the show from crazy people on Twitter calling the show and but all the Hazbin Hotel stands who came to mass dislike my video just kind of ignored that whole point, because
Wait, did he just
it doesn't
unironically use the word stan?
Yeah.
fit their idea that I'm just this evil monster who hates everything about Hazbin Hotel. They don't want to accept the fact that I actually defended the show from crazy people.
Guys, he defended the show. Don't dislike his videos. In fact, we need to all leave like on his video because he defended the show. Let's forget all the other things he said about the show, but he defended the show.
Okay, boomer.
I can't be on their side with anything at all. I just have to be completely evil, right? In terms of reviews, this is probably my most tame review that I've ever made in my entire YouTube career. And I cannot believe that it got the reaction that it got. This is literally probably the most tame video I've ever made, probably ever, on YouTube. I thought it was one of my best videos ever. I got really in depth with it. I went through the entire show.
Oh my fuck
I knew you had something to say.
You mother.
god.
Man, Discord won't even let you say what you're trying to say. Oh, man. It's funny because the majority of our criticism against him is that he's not going in depth on most of
Yeah,
his
like,
things.
he's making a statement, not qualifying it, and pretending that you should.
You cut off.
Well,
It's the same
anyway,
shit I've
oh, wait.
said, like, repeatedly this entire.
Alright. So what do you say, Mark?
Okay, I think it's just really simple because, first of all, once again, yeah, I didn't explain this stuff that much, but also he's kind of using the I worked hard argument when he earlier said
Yeah.
Vivzi working hard isn't an excuse. Doesn't seem to go both ways with him, it seems, you know?
Yeah, no. Unknown Otaku. Again, bullshit. There were multiple videos on Hazbin Hotel that were so much better than this because they backed up their claims and were sensible. Yep, that's exactly what we're saying.
Fucking plot! Oh my
I
god!
thought the reason people were mad at him was because he said the show wasn't homophobic. How could he insult it like that? I mean, to be fair, that would be an insult on this podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not homophobic, we're misanthropic. There's a difference.
Show and pointed out things as they came along, and then I gave objective facts about how the animation
No, you
is-
didn't.
Oh
No,
my god,
no.
we went through that objective part. My god, there was
Oh,
almost
God.
nothing objective about that objective part. I was actually
Ah.
surprised how you could be less objective than what you were trying to do earlier. I was dumbfounded, but alright.
is good. The art
Let's
is
just be glad
overall
that
good.
Mahler doesn't watch
Hazbin
cartoons
Hotel.
online.
I mean, let's just be glad Mahler
Maybe I could
doesn't
just
watch this
talk
stream.
Mahler into it.
Okay, that's also
Good,
true.
things that I said that were positive, and then I gave my opinion to sum it all up at the end. I thought it was a very good video, one of my best, if not my best video. It seems like people ignored all the good things that I said about the show and only focused on what made them upset and angry. Because it really does seem like I posted the video and everyone who normally watches my videos came in and liked the video. They liked my review, and then it seems like out of nowhere, all of a sudden the dislikes started flooding in. It seems to me like the Hazbin Hotel fandom found my video and decided to just mass dislike it without even giving me a chance. And even then,
Motherfucker, you gotta.
Look, look, they only hate you because you're gay.
Okay, there's no.
God
What I
damn
was
it.
trying to say is, oh my gosh, and it's like you say this a lot, but when it comes down to it, like there's a lot of other reviews that didn't get mass dislike, but are way more critical and harsh against the show than you were. And it's like it's literally that your shit wasn't good this time. Like, I don't know how else to say it.
then what did you
Hey,
expect
don't
with a video
criticize him.
titled
He's a
Review?
victim.
Did you expect me to lie and say that I didn't enjoy it? It was my review.
No, we expected you to have. This is a false dichotomy that he keeps putting up. Where it's like, look, either I say it's not good or I lie and say it's great. Thus, you should like this video. And it's like, no. This is not. This is a complete false dichotomy he's doing. Like, you can dislike a video even if you agree with the outcome because of the way to that outcome was just flat out wrong or misleading or just stupid.
What did you expect from the video? I gave exactly what I said I was giving. My review of the show. What I've learned from this is that you need to submit to
To
everyone
be
else's
less
opinion.
suicidal.
I mean, this is not true. You should not submit to everyone. You should just only submit to me.
You need to toe
No,
the
that's
line
also not true.
and never ever
Um,
go past.
You have to submit to me. My
Passive, or
opinion is
else
the correct
you'll
one.
be beaten into submission, basically, metaphorically speaking. There's no such thing as having an opinion anymore. What it is now is you're attacking me, you're bullying me, you're violating me with your different opinions.
Like,
Come on, man.
I feel like
Wait, is he
I feel
really
like we
making
can-
this argument?
I know he's projecting
Is he
the audience.
making the
He's
no
projecting
bull-
the audience. He's projecting the audience. Watch what he
You
said
expect
before.
me to lie and say that I didn't enjoy it?
I'm pretty
It
sure
was my
he's
review.
projecting the audience.
What did you expect from the video? I gave exactly what I said I was giving. My review of the show. What I've learned from this is that you need to submit to everyone else's opinion. You need to toe the line and never ever go past it, or else you'll be beaten into submission, basically, metaphorically speaking. There's no such thing as having an opinion anymore. What it is now is you're attacking me, you're bullying me,
Oh, wait.
you're violating me with your different opinions. The
Yes,
thing
he-
is, I watched this pilot and I gave an honest
He was projecting the audience. He's not actually saying that to me, him. But I don't. But I think that's also talking down to the audience a lot, just because.
I
that's
think
it.
it's also projection.
It kind of is.
it's
But-
projection.
yeah, but
You
look
can
at
take
this.
that
This-
quote out
he's
of
getting
context.
he's getting all this from dislikes on his channel, and maybe a few comments that disagree. But
review
whatever.
of what
Ones
I
he
thought
went
of the
over
pilot.
were really tame.
Yeah, the ones he went over were actually super fucking tame.
I don't know what else.
And
Are you-
he also
wait.
misinterpreted a lot of it. That's why.
I mean-
That's why we were pausing and arguing.
else everyone expected me to do. I mean, seriously. I think it'd be much worse if I made a review where I said it was just incredible and that I loved every second of it, because that wouldn't be honest. I'm not about
I don't know many reviews that actually did that. I think most reviews actually showed what they liked and disliked.
lying
But yeah.
to just fit in with everyone on the internet. I'm about being honest with my opinions. I did not like Hazbin Hotel. And if you're going to get mad at me because I have an opinion
Okay,
that's different
that-
than yours,
It's okay to not like it. It's all, and you can have that opinion and put out the 5-second video. I didn't like it. The moment you start going 15, 20 minutes, you better fucking qualify your statements because you are given sufficient time.
then you're the worst kind of person. And you're the kind of person that we have way too much on the internet.
Yeah, everything should just be a circle jerk, no disliking any videos ever.
That's what Twitter is full of. It's like if someone disagrees with you, it's not just a disagreement, it's an attack, right? And they are now your enemy that you must destroy. It's so dumb and it's so stupid. It's just a different opinion, dude. You don't like what I said about Hazbin Hotel?
Why did he misgender me?
That's fine, because not everyone has the same opinion. This happens a lot when reviewers give a score that is bad to something that most people enjoy. It's like, what do you expect them to do? You want them to lie about their opinion of whatever it is they're reviewing? No, I'd rather have honest all the time. It's a hard fact of life. Not everyone is going.
Like, what
Okay,
he's saying
like-
is true, but when applied to his review, that's not what people are getting upset about. This is the thing. I am the worst
this
kind of
is-
person. I'm
Are you
glad we
still on
have
my-
come to an
like-
understanding. God damn it.
Is he saying that like big name reviewers and like should not have their opinions hounded?
Ooh, Corwin
like-
Eden. But,
Because
Viewers are above other people's opinions. They're better than you, okay? You can't have your opinion on him. He is-
fuck.
He's PK Jesus. He has
yeah,
died
I've already
for our
explained
sins.
that near the beginning, where
And-
he's literally saying it's just his opinion, and I'm like, guys, you can apply this logic to the comments and the dislikes. It's just their opinion. And it was like,
Hey,
Yeah.
so just saying
thumbnails
it's just your
coming in
opinion
play.
is not a valid argument.
That's the
always-
thing. Like, this video is so easy to get repetitive on.
Yeah, I know.
disagree with everything that you think. If you believe that that's the case, you're absolutely wrong. So of course, as when you talk about any fandom at all with very obsessive fans, if you say anything even slightly negative, those fans take all of that and make so much drama. So let's take a
I don't know. I don't think that's true. Just look at ER. He had no drama with the Steven Universe fandom.
I somehow doubt that.
I'm just laughing at ER's Steven Universe video because that got so bad that him shitting on Steven Universe, they tried to deplatform him and tried to make PewDiePie out to be a Nazi.
Look.
I'm not wrong when I say that.
Internet's
that's
fucking
an
weird.
That's underexplained way, but yeah, ER's video is so much against Steven Universe that PewDiePie's a Nazi.
Yeah, I remember that. How did I forget? Yeah, that was the Steven Universe video that made that. Oh, god damn it, I'm an idiot.
As soon as I learned what Hazbin Hotel was, I wanted to make a review of it, and I wanted to be one of the first people to upload a review of Hazbin Hotel.
See this? First, he wanted to be one of the first people, but at the same time he was saying, why is no one talking bad about it?
Right.
Do you see the contradiction here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched Hazbin Hotel 3 or 4 times, so I got to work on my video over the next 30 hours, constantly working. I took a break to sleep. I think I slept for 2 hours that night, and I just kept working and working and working for so many hours, doing editing and recording and editing, and I was so tired. By the time that it finished uploading, I just wanted to go to bed, and right as I laid my head down to go to bed, literally, I got an email that said, a copyright claim has been created for your video. And it was Vivziepop's MCN, Screenwave Media, that just automatically claimed my video using an automated system. Now, us YouTubers have had a humongous problem.
That was because, okay.
No, it's going to go into it. It's going to go into it.
Companies, these terrible companies, using an automated system to just claim everything. Claim literally everything that has any content at all that they own, regardless of fair use whatsoever, which is totally bogus, and it's really bad. It's just terrible for the creator community. And this is exactly what happened to me. Now, of course, when you get a copyright claim, my camera's directly in the way of what I wanted to show you, but you can click on File a Dispute. This is a screenshot of what it looked like, because the claim is no longer there. I'll explain in just a little bit. But you can click on File a Dispute to file a dispute. So the first thing that I did when I got this was I filed a dispute. Then, because when you file a dispute, they have up to 30 days to respond for whatever reason, and until they respond, the claim stays there. So because it had the potential to take so long, and I wanted to get this video out, I've been working on it for so long, it is a time-sensitive video. If I wait till everyone and their mom uploads this video, then mine is not going to perform very well. I have to get it out. I tweeted at Vivziepop, so I was going to publish a Hazbin Hotel review today, but it got copyright claimed. At Vivziepop, this is a review. It falls under fair use. Please remove the claim. Because she can reach out to her MCN and say, hey, you need to remove this claim. But it got copyright claimed. At Vivziepop, this is a review. It falls under fair use. Please remove the claim. Because she can reach out to her MCN and say, hey, you need to remove this claim. It's fair use. I then followed it up by saying I worked over 48 hours straight basically on this video.
I thought he said 30.
It does not matter.
No.
They're first of all, yeah. If I remember correctly, when you dispute a claim, doesn't it throw it into escrow?
I didn't hear what.
When you dispute a copyright claim, doesn't it throw the money into escrow?
It doesn't
for the
go
30
directly
days?
into them. It goes into like this holding until someone fights over the claim.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So technically, he's not even losing money.
Yes and no, because I don't think he's going to mention it, but there is a thing to where if you get claimed, you're actually going to be advertised less than if you didn't have the claim.
That's actually kind of weird because I would have expected the exact opposite.
Yeah, well, what it is if you get the claim when you have no ads on it, it promotes it a little bit more. But if you have ads, but then you got the claim, it promotes it a little bit less, but still a little bit more than if you had no ads. That's how it is.
Oh,
well,
wait,
yeah.
Since we're like just start like right before we really get too deep into the whole copyright section, I just want to leave this in the chat here as a reminder. This is what he said after he was defending his quote unquote not serious review for 20 minutes.
The absolute chaos this video has caused has been absolutely hilarious to watch. People are taking it so seriously and they are so mad. It's a cartoon review. Not that deep, bro. This is the reaction I'd expected if I said murder is good. Like, holy shit, calm your breast. LMAO. Oh, hi.
Hi. You forgot to mention the crying laughing emojis. Oh, bye.
They were saying
then.
let her. Apparently, she DM'd me like an hour ago to get in.
Wait, what?
Yeah, sorry, Peaches. I didn't see it. I wasn't looking at the Discord. Your DM me
it's
about an
okay.
hour ago to get in.
I was joking. I don't want to be around
All right.
you weeps.
So
Don't worry, we don't want to be here either.
None of us. We're all here against our will.
I see. I'm guessing that you preemptively.
I forgot. I can't
volume
do this
then,
with
I'm guessing.
you because your Discord volume is so low, and no matter how much I turn it up, it doesn't work. So you'll sound drastically louder than everyone else. Or I mean, everyone else sounds drastically louder than you.
Yeah. You sound like
I completely
mouse.
forgot.
I'm sorry. It's because I was on my laptop, but now it's like nearly 12 o'clock and I'm laying in bed.
Wait, 12?
Yeah. Yeah, she's in the EU. But yeah, sorry. All right, good night.
So,
all I saw was you were wanting to get in, and I just sent the invite. I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, I literally asked just so I could be that annoying person constantly just being like, yeah, but I think PK Russell is always right, and then it would just like wind everyone up because I would be here defending.
Hey, that's my job.
Let's see if I can turn everyone's volume down and turn hers up.
Yeah, but Chandler, you suck at it, so.
I'm just here to annoy everyone, and also just that's it.
Yeah.
It would probably work if I wasn't subscribed to his chat.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but.
Well, I don't really know that many people here anyways.
Good, we're all terrible people, so you shouldn't get to know us.
I'm getting the impression.
Yeah.
I see.
I kind of blame society.
But
we live in
society.
Like, we bully autistic people off of servers.
Okay, they don't know about that.
We are.
Okay,
Well then.
to be fair, I'm pretty sure I can just assume half the people online are autistic and I'd probably be right.
I mean, to be fair, the guy actually did deserve it.
I mean, I can assume that 100% of the people are autistic on this earth, and I'd be right. Digi proved it.
It's just subjective.
Golly gosh, guys. Well, I bet PK Russell never bullies anyone off servers. SMH my head.
Autism.
You helped.
What?
I'll just agree, even though.
I'm trying to see who is echoing. I think it is Peaches that's echoing.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not Chandler
anyway.
this time?
Yeah, it is Peaches.
I am off because I'm not bothering. I'm ill. I'm in bed. I've gone in bed. I'm not doing this. Have fun.
All right, bye.
Well, get better soon.
All right, so that was a bit of a break. I needed something to get my brain off of this. All right, let's go back into this.
This is an automated claim, by the way. Vivzie didn't actually claim it herself. She's the only one who can remove the claim, though. All three of these tweets were tweeted out in sequence with each other, like literally 1 minute after the other. All of them were made at the same time. And then it was 10:48 p.m. the day before I published the video once I tweeted this one. So I went to sleep. Then the next morning, I woke up, and as I was making my morning breakfast, I received this email here. Hi, PK Russell. After reviewing your dispute, Screenwave Media has decided that their copyright claim is still valid. Now, when you dispute a copyright claim, someone on the other end, the claimant on the other end, has to manually either approve or reject the copyright claim. So, although
knowing a few people that who tried to dispute copyright claims, and then literally as soon as they hit file dispute, they gotten a rejection back. I don't think it has to be manual.
Right.
What's it called?
Wait.
And also, I forget who brought this up, but even if it is manual, it isn't like Vivziepop herself who manually did it. It's
still
the MCN's company.
It literally still says the MCN is the one who did it.
Yeah.
I was about to say,
He tries way too hard to make her out to be the bad guy here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, like to reiterate, Vivziepop is by herself going through and lifting the claims off of automatic claims on fair use video.
Automated process, this rejection of my dispute, in which I explained that this was fair use and I was able to use the content legally, they still rejected my dispute manually. This was after I had tweeted at Vivziepop, by the way. So before I was just asking, hey, please remove the claim, it's fair use. I thought that at least I would get some sort of response from Vivziepop saying, hey, sorry that my MCN did this, I'll look into it, or something. But it was just nothing. The only response I got was a manual rejection of my dispute. You have to excuse the low quality here.
wait, wasn't this all happening at the same time where she was literally being harassed?
Yes, this was all happening at the same time while she
was being... going on fit the legal definition of harassment.
Yeah, this was all going on while she was having all of her quote-unquote past dramas being brought up all at once.
Because that's how Twitter works these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
sad.
And he also defended these, too. So he knew that.
Tweets before deleting them, of course. But I have this video that I made in which I show the next tweet that I made, where after receiving the rejection of my dispute, I made this tweet. So, at Vivziepop has illegally copyright claimed my review of Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah, it wasn't.
What? Wait. Are you accusing her of a crime?
Yeah, he is. This is like the closest thing to... This is very, very close to slander.
The libel, you mean?
No,
you're right.
Yeah,
sorry.
it would be libel.
But yeah, I was saying...
Yeah,
Vivziepop has a legally copyright claim. No, the MCN did it. It wasn't her.
Yeah, I imagine they have a bot that when you dispute, they just go, "Yep, we say this is a legit claim." Because I've seen some people put out stuff that's very close to like actual shit.
Yeah, so and has rejected my dispute.
Despite it being fair use, and has rejected my dispute. All other reviews are not claimed, and they all praise the show.
Yours was one of
Bullshit.
the first ones? Hold on. Yours said it was one of the first ones there? And you also said you were trying to get it out before anyone. And you didn't see any negative reviews. You also said that the negative reviews... No, you actually didn't say anything about other people's negative reviews. So, I don't buy this, where he goes... Maybe he means of the ones he saw, and he didn't see any of them. So technically, yes, of the ones he saw. I don't buy this.
Also, like, look at this. I mean, my screenshot system is also suck because everything on my computer is right now. But if you can read it, that'd be pretty cool.
YouTube hit me with this epic yell. This, oh yeah, what the what? So please share this and watch it. Also, while I was getting really angry, fitting Hazbin Hotel. I want to match the best. A video link here. if it was due to my MCN, please email me so they can take the claim off. The video is lovely. I love for you to be able to monetize it. So Vivziepop literally herself is going to people's YouTube videos and what's it called, saying if it was from her channel's MCN, that just email her.
Yeah, email her, don't tweet, because at this point in time, she was probably getting thousands of tweets an hour.
Right.
And it's kind of unprofessional.
I mean, it's
to
on
just
trending.
It's kind of unprofessional to fucking just
Is it
tweet
is
it
it
out.
possible that PK Russell was just ignorant enough to not even notice all the drama going on?
No, he had it in
No.
the video.
Yeah, he mentioned it several times and defended it. I mean, defended her.
And this is the one that blew up and got 1.8 thousand likes. And this tweet right here made the Hazbin Hotel fandom spiral into absolute chaos and drama and go absolutely insane. People said that I was falsely accusing Vivziepop of copyright claiming my review.
Kinda.
Yeah, because you fucking say she illegally covered.
Because it's deserved.
I mean, it's not her, it's the channel MCN, but I know what he's going to say later. He's like, she hired the MCN to do it, thus she takes responsibility of it.
Fuck her!
Because
Such a stretch.
Yeah, but you'll see it.
this screenshot didn't show who claimed it. Even though my original tweet, like 12 hours before this tweet, was this one and showed the...
Like if he said their MCN did it, and it's like, yeah. Like if he literally
fucking,
said...
come on.
her-
Are you... Is this guy trying to insinuate that people are in control of other people in business suits?
These two images that if you tapped on, you could see the full resolution images. This one right here was just a screenshot of this email that I got, that I still have, which clearly said it was claimed by Screenwave Media. And then, of course, this image here, which if you zoom in, you can even see it right here.
Screenwave
Did
Media.
you? Yeah, I know. I was being a fucking asshole about it.
Yeah.
So, not Vivziepop, but Screenwave Media.
Here, Screenwave Media, channel Vivziepop, right there. It's just that this tweet didn't blow up, but this one did, and no one bothered to go look and see that I had shown who claimed the video. Let's also not forget that the third tweet in this thread, which is all
okay, that tweet that blew up is claiming Vivziepop is libeling Vivziepop for a crime. Okay, you have no right to talk about that.
At the same
also,
time.
He
like
can talk
another
about whatever,
thing,
but
he's
whatever.
using the whole I make one good point, that means the other bad point I make didn't happen thing I sometimes see.
Jake Paul did
know what I mean?
Jake Paul did one good thing, thus invalidating all the other bad shit he did.
Hey,
It's just context, man.
Jake Paul gave donations to suicide prevention. Let's get
Wait, are we talking about Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
Or Logan Paul. I mean,
Look, Logan Paul did
They're
something
fucking
amazing.
clones.
He gave Melon Pan the inspiration to do the forest of the documentary Suicide Forest. Like, honestly, I can't even be mad at that if people need to stop fucking being tattletales because it just ends up fucking everyone.
Yeah.
Says this was an automated claim, by the way. Vivzi didn't automatically claim it herself. She's the only one who can remove the claim, though.
Yeah, and that's
Only?
reasonable. That is completely reasonable.
Wait, but
this tweet right here.
This tweet is
a
reasonable.
Really good
And then you
tweet
come
and
out,
reasonable.
and then you come out with that, and then
guess
you
what?
come out
No, let
literally
me finish.
moments later.
Let me finish. Because look at how reasonable this is. No one got upset. No one did anything. But the next one is different, and yet it did make the Hazbin Hotel, as you call it, the Hazbin Hotel fandom, upset and whatnot. I wonder if there's a difference here.
So while it's not technically true that Vivziepop actually claimed the video herself, it was her MCN who automatically claimed the video with an automated system, and that alone is no big deal as long as they just fixed it, you know? As long as they just rushed and helped me fix the issue, you know? But instead of that, they manually rejected my claim. Screenwave Media manually rejected my claim after I had already tweeted to Vivziepop. So at this point, it's no different whether she did it
tweeted,
or her
didn't email. Motherfucker, do you know how to business?
MCN did it because her MCN represents her. She did nothing to stop her MCN, who she allowed to have control of all
She
of her
probably didn't know.
content by signing their contract. It's the same thing. And people were trying to villainize me for saying that it was Vivziepop when technically it was her MCN. Poor choice of words on my part, yes, but it's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Odds are she had turned off her mentions because, yeah, I would have done the same. And didn't see your shit.
Just as
I think she did see it. You'll see why
responsible as
later.
her MCN is for allowing her MCN to do this and taking no action to stop it at all. Furthermore, all the money that was being made on the video was going to her MCN, and her MCN was going to pay her some of that money because that's how MCNs work. So she was making money off of my content illegally. Even though it might not directly be her fault, it is kind of directly her fault because she signed their contract.
Yeah, a contract that
What-
you usually
what?
can't get out of
It's
until
not-
many
it's
years
not
later. And so you're like, oh, see, there's a problem with this MCN. There's no way you could have known that this MCN would have done something like this, but now it's all your responsibility and your fault and you're evil, blah, blah, blah. And that whole spiel.
And put them in the power to be able to have control over content like this. She didn't do anything to stop it. Not even a response, and they manually rejected my dispute.
She didn't do anything to stop it, then why is your video not claimed anymore?
Yeah, like, oh my god.
Which is even more
it's just,
fishy. Had they not manually rejected my
The
dispute,
moment you put up a dispute, if I remember correctly, and they reject it, the money is still put into escrow.
Yep.
I wouldn't have been this angry this quickly. If nothing had happened, I would have waited to get a response from someone, right? But because they manually rejected my dispute, saying that it was fair use, that made me so angry because at that point it had gone from a simple mistake to an active decision to steal money from a content creator. Whether it was Screenwave's Media's fault or Vivziepop's fault,
Oh my god.
doesn't matter. They're both connected to each other. Neither did anything to stop it. So this is now the second tweet 12 hours after the original tweet. So it's now been 12 hours at this point. And then another 7 hours after this, after receiving no response from either Vivziepop or Screenwave Media, I decided to send an email to Vivziepop's business email using my business email because copyright claims are a business-related issue that you can email about on a business email.
And here's where the good part is.
And let me
this is
guess.
where-
Now she fucking has them unclaim it.
Actually, no.
I had found her business email and gave it to me, which I
Because
really
you'll see
appreciate,
why.
by the way. So I was able to do that.
This is not the email that she says to email it to, but this is what
Because her
it does.
DMs on Twitter were closed. I had no way to contact her, so someone found her business email and gave it to me, so I was able to do this. I said, hey, Vizzy, this is PK. Your MC and Screenwave Media issued a copyright claim for my review of Hazbin Hotel. Is there any way you can talk to them or do something about this? The review is completely within fair use. Any help is appreciated. Thank you. That was sent at 5 p.m. I never received a response, by the way. So how did she respond to that email? Did she respond and say, hey, I'm going to take a look at it. Thank you for letting me know? No. She subtweeted me and said, today I'm admittedly at my wit's end. If you are having issues with my MCN, issuing copyright claims for my pilot 2 days after it airs for your reviews, can you please just email them? copyright@screenwavemedia.com. I get y'all want to keep villainizing me, but like, calm down. The copyright claims are in place for re-uploads. It's automatic. Nearly every creator of media online uses them. That is 100% not true.
I actually disagree with Vivziepop on that. Most creators do not use them. And
No, but most MCMs use the fuck out of them.
yeah, most MCNs.
Oh, well, another thing is, like, honestly, have you seen how many reaction videos were made of, this
I do not
pilot?
blame the MCN for just auto-claiming
There's, like,
it.
over
Right.
100, like, 300. It's ridiculous.
Whatsoever at all. Not even close. Hardly any YouTubers use that system because as a YouTuber, you understand how ridiculous the automatic
yeah,
claim
this is
system
something I agree with Russell.
It's amazing that a creator would want to use this against other creators in this way. It's not me trying to silence your negative opinion, I promise.
Phrasing.
If it's fair use, they will let you monetize. Fair enough. Fair enough. I apologize for assuming that Vivziepop was trying to silence my opinion. But it's still true that I was the only one having problems with this.
I don't
Really?
remember
Because
who
I'm
the other
pretty
person
sure a lot
was.
of other people have had problems with it.
Would have to look it up. I don't remember. I'm
Well,
pretty
no,
sure I
like
heard
What
one
the
of them.
What was literally defending her and praised the pilot, and
It got
she
claimed.
immediately responded.
I don't think it said it got claimed.
Yeah.
In the thing, it said the epic yellow money sign, which just means it got demonetized. That doesn't say it got claimed.
Well, restrictive ads.
Mhm.
It's not demonetized, but it's a huge chunk of your money gone.
Yeah, that's different.
And it seems like all the other reviews, which were positive, none of them were complaining about copyright claims or anything like that. They were all very positive towards Hazbin Hotel. I seem to be the only one having issues, and mine was the only critical review.
I just
That
want
is
to.
blatantly false.
Well, also,
Yeah,
if you're using a
the
claim
way he's
bot,
phrasing it.
like you're going to go off of how much time is actually
There was
used.
quite a few.
Well,
that
the
were,
one being an anti-tuber knows the 5-second rule.
Yes.
He was showing full 30-second plus clips from time to time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's going to get claimed. That's going to get hit by YouTube's bot.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that's going to get hit from. But what I was going to say is, what was I saying? Like, there again with the Digibro and Best Guy Ever thing, theirs was highly negative. They loved the show, but they were way more critical and way more harsh than PK Russell. But they didn't have the problem. And
Well, part of that is, remember Digibro figured out that trick to show large chunks of copywritten material by throwing like 5 or 10 filters over it.
Yeah.
Like he literally just pulls the Belle Delphine.
Like, what's it called? When it comes down to it, a lot of people figure out many different tricks to be able
Also, an hour-long video covering 30 minutes of material, I'm pretty sure that would count as transformative.
I don't know. There was copyright claims against Malura's video.
Malora.
Mauler.
Oh my god.
That's quite the phrase. I mean the pronunciation.
Fucking 7
Then again,
hours
they may have
of
been
Last Jedi talk.
claimed and just not said anything about it. Who knows? But they sure weren't complaining about it at all, which most YouTubers would, because they'd be losing money, you know, despite it being fair use, completely within your legal right to use the content. This is now 21 hours after the original tweet at this point, so I emailed copyright at Screenwave Media, which I should never have to do. There should have never been a claim in the first place, and Vivziepop should have looked into it herself rather than saying, you just take care of it, it's not my problem. Because it definitely is her problem, it's her MCN. But whatever, doesn't matter, I emailed them. I emailed them directly after looking at this tweet, by the way, maybe like 2 hours after seeing this tweet at 10 p.m. So I was getting my car worked on in the mechanic the following morning, by the way. Nothing had been resolved yet. And I got this tweet from this person. According to what I've heard, PK literally blocked Vivzie after she made this post. The post where she said, just contact my MCN, right? Because that's not suspicious at all. I sure hope PK isn't using this as an excuse to say, Vivzie is stealing money from me, so support my Patreon. That would be bad. So I was like, what? Where the hell are people getting this from, that I blocked her? Turns
Yeah, that was wrong.
out she blocked me.
It's wrong.
Turns out she blocked me. I mean, this type of stuff shows you how absolutely twisted these people are in the Hazbin Hotel fandom, where they literally make up lies saying that I blocked Vivzie when she literally blocked me. I posted this screenshot of her having blocked me at 9:06 a.m. on the 31st of October.
Why
and
does
I said,
he
claim
keep
has still
trying-
not been
oh.
removed. So just a few minutes later, I get a response saying that the claim has been released at 9:38 a.m. on the 31st of October. Just a little bit suspicious that it happened right after I tweeted that she blocked me, because she blocked me before everything was resolved, because that's definitely the most mature way to handle the situation, right? But you can read this word for word here. I've blocked out the name.
I
We're gonna look at a
I wonder why she blocked you. Was
different
it
image.
possibly because of the libel?
because it's easier
Yeah.
to read. It's the same
It's still-
same thing.
hold
Feel
on.
free to read this right here. It's the same thing. It's
Because,
just easier
There's one.
on YouTube to read the screenshot I posted on Twitter. Hi Parker, my name is blanked out, one of the content ID managers at Screenwave. At the time of the claim, there was a misunderstanding of the policy that was going to be put in effect for re-uploads of Hazbin Hotel. The misunderstanding being, we thought that we could just automatically claim everything that fell under fair use, take all the money and no one would say anything. The misunderstanding is that we didn't.
As you know, that's not why the thing is used.
Just keeps trying to
YouTubers
phrase
to actually
everything
speak out
as
against
like
this,
as
right? But that's
antagonistic
exactly
as possible.
What I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he's
we are
trying to
currently
build a victim narrative.
in the process
Yeah.
of reviewing the automated claims that were issued. At this moment, I am releasing the claim on your video, and YouTube will be routing all revenue made on this video this month to the current owner, which will be yourself. If you have any questions, I would love to be able to answer them for you. Thank you for your patience and understanding. I hope you have a great rest of your day. So, I appreciate the response, but not really, because it took over 2 days to get this response, and when I disputed their original claim, they rejected it manually, despite it being fair use. So, someone had gone in manually and said, nope, you get no money, despite it being fair use, and it took me having to email them a second time to finally get a response that said,
Do you
well,
think
you're
we
actually
should
right,"
explain
like-
how
What?
that probably got done?
Okay,
you can see-
first I think like one thing that should be noted is he got, if anything, knowing YouTube and if you've been on it for at least 7 years, you should know by now that sometimes you're even lucky to have it be like remonetized or whatever after 2
I know,
days.
Android, he's further in the video because that's what I wanted to bring up.
See why the whole situation made me
Like-
incredibly frustrated.
What did you say, Alec?
Like, I remember my Steven Universe video was blocked for copyright, like, worldwide for, like, 2 weeks or something. And I sent, like, a counter thing the day it got blocked. So, yeah, that took forever for them to deal with.
I mean, most of these
was
claims
like my-
take forever for everything anyways. Like,
Yeah,
there-
2 days is lucky.
2 days is, like, extremely fucking lucky in this. But, yeah.
He should be grateful.
Because it's something that I
I think that's a problem with YouTube, that 2 days is lucky, but...
It is.
didn't even anticipate having to deal with at all. I thought demonetization would be the only thing I'd have to worry about, not illegal copyright claims. But at least it was all resolved. You know, at least it was all resolved in the end. So that's good at least. So
Yep.
why did Vivziepop block me? Well, according to this tweet from her, I blocked
Well,
him
because you
he
were a
was
Hold on.
cunt.
Well, yeah.
being a reactionary jerk and accusing me of, I didn't do or intend.
Yeah. I don't think she
Yeah.
intended to steal revenue from your fair use video, but you painted it as her on the second tweet, not the MCN.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem.
Like,
I mean, what
can
else would you? I mean,
can-
what else would you expect from furries?
I mean, okay, whatever.
Damn it.
What's it called? I completely agree. I completely see why she would block him after hearing that. But you'll see where I have a huge problem is this.
I'm allowed to block anyone I want on my personal social media. I'm not silencing him. He can have any opinions he wants. Doesn't mean he deserves access to me as a person. So what is this accusing me of, I didn't do or intend? What is she
Right here.
talking about there? Well, several people brought this up to where I had to make a Twitter video explaining the whole thing. So let's just watch it in its full right now. In my Hazbin Hotel video, I said this. I can't even believe that this is geared towards adults. So here's my little conspiracy theory. This is just a theory, but I think it's an interesting one. I think I know what's going on here. This is an adult cartoon made for children. This is a niche that has yet to be filled. Think about it. When do you start learning about, usually when you're like 12 years old. That's when you start making jokes. Family Guy is a show filled with adult humor that's very basic, but most 12-year-olds don't understand Family Guy because Family Guy relies on references, it relies on innuendo.
I don't think you could poison the well more than he did.
12-year-olds just won't understand.
Yeah, I know.
Right? So 12-year-olds can't watch something like Family Guy and enjoy it. They're stuck with the children's cartoons they have, even though they're starting to learn
What the fuck? I forgot about this! Motherfucker! I
Yeah.
quit watching Family Guy when I was like 16 because it was too simplistic.
Hazbin Hotel was
Like, I was 12 when it came out.
very basic adult humor. Appeals very much to like 12-year-olds. Because I cannot see any adult be an adult show and thinking that it's
Okay,
funny.
it is
But it
funny.
wouldn't surprise me because many adults in the art and animation community act like 12-year-olds. So it wouldn't surprise me if they thought it was funny.
Admittedly
So,
so, yeah.
accusing them of making an adult show for kids. It was a joke!
That wasn't what she's referring to.
No, that's the thing, like,
That's why we, like, I don't think this is a good response to almost anything. Like, to the people in his review, to Vivziepop and whatnot, because a lot of these things is either misunderstandings or strawmans of what they're trying to say. And like, it's like, this is very clear. Hey, you accidentally said she was the one doing it illegally, and which you also admit, hey, sorry, that was a bad wording. And then you at the same time also admit, like, what? I don't know what she's talking about, or whether intend or didn't do. It's like, no. She completely has a justification to do it. Like, this is not some kind of fucking thing. Oh, man.
Oh my god.
I've seen, yeah, it's annoying when people are like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but it's still your fault." Like, I see that too much.
No, this isn't even that kind of situation. This was where, what's it called? Where he literally is, he did something. He acknowledges that he did it. But when she retaliates, he says, what? I didn't do... No, he says, what? I
Yeah.
did this over here. And tries to direct it to something else that...
Instead of
what the
going,
actual
yeah,
reason.
what I said was fucked.
And it was like, no.
It was a joke! How do you not understand that? It's so obvious. If I thought that
It is so obvious of what actually she was referring to.
was real for a second,
Yeah.
that would apply to my YouTube channel too. Because my YouTube channel contains adult humor, and lots of kids watch my YouTube channel. It's not like I control who watches my
42.
YouTube channel, just like
Oh my.
$42,000 fine incoming.
Hotel. It was
Yeah.
a joke. It was a dumb joke that everyone took too seriously. My God, I even said it was.
That's not what we're
conspiracy theory.
referring
How do you
to.
not see that it's a joke? It was so obvious. The joke is that the humor is so childish. There's no way it was made for false accusations. Many things. It happens like almost not real. I'm not the person who makes false accusations. It was a joke. My God. Now
You
I've
did,
been falsely
You,
accused.
you literally
Stop
did.
it! Stop unpausing the video!
Of many
It's
things.
not me.
It happens like almost every day, and I'm so used to it at this point, it's like, it doesn't even matter. But I have never been falsely accused of falsely accusing someone of something.
You're right. I don't think you have.
No, you were
Because that's
properly
There's a first time for
accused
everything.
of falsely
No,
accusing someone
no.
Damn.
No, Vivziepop didn't falsely accuse him of falsely accusing. She just accused him of doing
Yeah,
something
it's
that
like-
is
It was a subjective fact.
it's pretty definitive of what happened. Like, sure, he can say, look, I didn't intend for it to mean that way. She can also say she didn't intend for that to happen to PKRUSSL'S video. But he doesn't give that same leeway to her. That's the thing. It's standards for me, but not for thee.
This is a first for me. Especially coming from someone like Vivziepop, who's been falsely accused themselves of so much stuff. I can't even believe that she would make this false accusation that I falsely accused her of something. I can't even believe it. It blows my mind.
Oh
yeah,
my
and
fucking god.
You're missing the damn point.
about being a reaction.
No, he knows what it's about. That's what makes this worse.
Yeah.
It's very obvious he knows exactly what she's talking about because he fucking showed the evidence.
Or maybe he just is
He's
that dumb.
hoping the fact that he showed the evidence like 5-10 minutes ago means that people don't remember it.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Then when people accuse
I don't
him
know.
of saying
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's just not that smart in the head. I mean, he does have that furry helmet at the back, so I would imagine he's
Okay,
missing
we're
some
done
brain
with the
cells.
furry jokes, man.
Or at least
Why?
be good with him.
Because I posted on Twitter that my video got claimed because your Twitter DMs are closed and there's no way to contact you. Don't you think that your MCN automatically claiming any video that contains any snippet of Hazbin Hotel, despite it being fair?
It's not any snippet. There's a lot that have quote-unquote snippets. It's just that some don't have... Look at the visual content claim. It is 37 seconds non-stop.
See, this is why you do what Digibro does. Get rid of all the sound and put like 7 filters over it.
Okay, no to that, but because he had to show to show his example. But there are ways around it. I know a lot of YouTubers, how they do it is they actually change the left bound to the right bound, and do that,
Yeah.
and it doesn't copyright it anymore. There's also
So they
you can edit the
so
sound.
they flip the image.
Dort mine.
No, they don't flip the image. They flip the audio. And this one's actually just visual content, so it's not even the audio thing. So all you had to do was put some kind of filter over it, or maybe chop it up a little bit more better so you can accurately show what parts you are talking about instead of having the entire thing played out.
Like 3 or 4. I think it's only like 3 or 4 frames that you have to get around it.
Actually, yeah, and that's how full episodes are uploaded to YouTube. And it's literally
I know, because the fucking subs don't sync.
Yeah.
Very used to anything.
One thing I saw. Oops. I saw Caillou like 2 seasons of it straight being like an ad every 5 minutes, just fully uploaded.
Or you can
with,
really
like 2
do
million views.
You can do that thing that'll piss Dylan Thomas off and put some black bars up.
I think that's a little bit, being a reactionary jerk, maybe. Or, when I clicked on file a dispute and I filed a dispute and they manually rejected my dispute, don't you think that's being a little bit of a reactionary jerk, Don't you think
I'm really tired of this one, because I can almost guarantee what happened. Since there were literally hundreds of reaction channels, how many reviews do you think got caught? They had a guy sitting there whose job it is to do the review for the claims, and because he had so many on his desk, he just started clicking accept.
I can almost guarantee that's what happened.
Yeah, it's obviously just...
Yeah.
It's obviously cock up before conspiracy.
Yeah.
One for pointing all of that out is being a little bit of a reactionary jerk. I'm just saying, man. It's amazing.
No, you deserve that block, dude.
That people said. Some of the drama that
like, I'm one of those people who says blocking is for pussies, and I'm saying you deserve it.
I mean, I do say blocking is for pussies, but I know what I can say is she's justified in blocking it. She's just still a pussy for blocking him.
Pretty much.
Made from all of this. It's insane what they did. They're crazy, dude. In response to this tweet, someone said, "What?" Then another person responded, "Don't be alarmed. He didn't even show copyright owner in the screenshot. LMAO. Ah, okay. Just enjoy the show. Let's see what happens. Popcorn, popcorn, popcorn. Thank God I'm not the only one who noticed. Boy probably went out of his way to use some copyrighted material that he knew wouldn't get appealed. What?"
Okay, I don't deny that comment section is conspiratorial, but come on. People on Twitter say a lot of stupid shit. Like, this isn't like... I highly doubt that was the main narrative going on.
Yeah, like, they keep saying that God doesn't hate figs.
Remember, I posted this.
Fuck off.
Tweet that showed right here, clearly Screenwave Media channel Vivziepop. Right here, claimed by Screenwave Media. It showed clearly right there.
Do you expect people to go through your entire... Do you expect people on Twitter to go back and see your previous tweets before hounding you?
I don't know, who knows? More than likely.
It wasn't the tweet that blew up.
That's not even the point. What he just said fully exonerates Vivziepop actual.
Yeah.
One that you were talking about. This came way before this one. But this is just the one that blew up, dude. It's amazing how much these people lie. It's kind of crazy. And it's also shocking just because it seems like
it's more astounding how much you've lied in the last
I don't think he's purposely lying. I honestly think he just doesn't get it.
So
at first I kind of just thought he was like a liar, but after this video, it just seems like, whoa, that is really dumb. Whoa.
No, I don't think he's purposely
that
lying
dumb.
in any of this.
So are
Yeah.
you saying he's only? Are you saying he's retarded and not just pretending?
Yeah.
I guess.
I think
Because I can't think of another way that you would miss the.
He might be a mix of both.
I'm done.
never attribute to malice of what could be easily attributed to ignorance.
They're trying to defend
Yeah, but
Vivziepop.
Being ignorant of what's in
No,
front of
has-
your face is kind of a high bar, though.
Has been accused of so many things too. So to see these people who are defending this person who's been falsely accused of so many things, making false accusations against someone like me,
Yeah, like
it's
falsely
pretty weird. It's
copyright claiming someone.
pretty wild, and it just shows, you know, we would never make false accusations against someone who we like, but someone who we don't like, absolutely, absolutely. The cherry on top really is this interaction right here. This kind of sums up the Hazbin Hotel fandom perfectly. Should I give all revenue from Hazbin Hotel video to Team Trees? And the Hazbin Hotel fan responded by saying, don't be petty.
How do you
Fine,
know he's a
fine.
fan?
I won't give the revenue to Team Trees. I'll just keep it all for myself. Fine. I mean, what is this? What are you talking about? This is so dumb. Like,
I mean, you don't deserve that revenue, clearly.
Well,
You
I mean,
probably
doesn't-
should.
Wasn't this video monetized too?
no, he deserves his revenue. I wouldn't say that.
the way that these people have responded to everything that's happened has been so dumb. It's been so dumb. It's almost like a comedy.
Well, it's more like he's legally entitled to his revenue. It's just saying through his actions, I wouldn't say he so much deserves it.
No, I say he deserves it. Whatever.
Yeah,
Funny movie.
no, the issue isn't whether he deserves it or not. The issue is he's still a cunt.
Dude, it makes no sense. I'm so confused by all of it. It makes no sense to me. But I do think that something like this would be a good idea. I asked this question and I had a lot of responses. Some people said I should keep half, you know, and give half to Team Trees. And I think that that is pretty fair. Because like I said, I was at the mechanic.
This
and I
dude is
ended up
totally
spending
taking
a
the reverse dog.
lot more money than I wanted to. So what I'm going to do is in the first week that the Hazbin Hotel review is up, I will take all the money that it's made from that first week, split it in half, and give half of it to Team Trees, and the other half I will just keep for myself and pay off all that crazy stuff with my car. That way, we can at least do a little bit of good from this video. This is the only good thing to ever come from Hazbin Hotel stands, is planting trees. So to sum everything
keep
up,
blaming
I think
the
that the way that the
fans so
Hazbin Hotel
much.
community reacted to my video was absolutely out of line, and it just proved my point that the whole community acts like a bunch of 12-year-olds and acts like children. It
The
literally
whole
just proved my
community.
point so hardcore. There's nothing that can prove it even better than that. The way that Vivzi responded was totally unexpected from me, you know? It was just shocking, almost, the way that it was handled on that end. It was shocking how the whole community made me out to be the bad person in the
Well.
situation. The whole thing just...
Oh,
Okay, here's the thing. You could have easily been the good person in the situation. It actually could have been very easy for it. I don't think the majority of this drama would have happened if he just had better wording in a lot of his shit.
Just
That
confused
video was claimed, please fix it. It
the hell out of
takes time, okay.
me.
That's all that
Everything
needed to happen.
that happened confused the hell out of me. I did not expect any of it to happen the way that it happened. I think the Hazbin Hotel fandom is definitely by far the worst fandom I've ever interacted with on the internet. And I shouldn't have to make a video like this defending myself for having a fucking opinion.
can we just
That's
end the video now because there's so much wrong with everything he said.
Guys, it's my opinion. You dislike my
Yeah,
opinion.
my
for
opinion is that he's an idiot.
all I have for today. Thank you to
That's what I've
all
been
my
saying.
patrons here.
Alright, I'm done.
Objectively, Vivziepop committed 7 felonies.
Objectively, Vivziepop is a male.
Subjectively, Vivziepop committed high treason. Steven Universe is definitely worse. Oh man. Oh man. So,
For possibly driving that girl. No, definitely driving that. Okay, like, you know, You know that recent incident with the girl in the Ruby
Ruby,
fandom
yeah, I
who
know.
yeah.
God.
No, I was
Wait,
reading the
has anyone been killed themselves due to the Hazbin Hotel fandom?
Hey, never say never.
We
Well, I
just,
mean that's actually important because it won't even make the list of of cartoon fandoms with a adult audience.
did we just
if
randomly
it-
invite Pedantic?
Yes.
Yeah. What is this podcast gonna keep going for another 5 hours?
Oh God, I can't do that.
No, you can, dude. You can go ahead and leave. We're about to watch.
Yeah. That Ruby stuff was fake. I still have to look into it.
Yeah, but that's Steven Universe stuff.
Hello,
Yeah.
computer.
You're saying that Ruby stuff was fake. I still have to look into that. Jesus Christ, you guys sound like mindless dick nuts that like furry shows.
Wait, what?
This guy in the chat.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? If you think I like Steven Universe and Ruby, you're damn wrong. Oh man.
We literally just came out of bashing a furry for like 2 hours.
Plot, you there?
Hello, this is Plot. I was contracted by the U.S. government to build the Obamids to prove that once and for all, Obama is in fact an illegal alien from outer space.
Wait, does he go on? Because if so, I need to hit him with.
Well, he glows in the dark, but not in the right way.
Are you gonna make your
Fucking
outro,
no.
Alec?
What?
Are you gonna make an outro?
Wait, what? For this?
Yeah, I thought you said
I
you had to
mean-
leave soon because we're probably
Well,
going
not
to do.
soon. Just before the next 5 hours.
We're
Hey,
not
we've been-
sure.
Bit of a,
We're actually not
Okay.
sure.
Honestly, this one's going to be a lot more comf though, because it's
Yes.
a Digibro video. We're usually going to laugh.
Yeah.
All right, chat.
Oh, yeah, that was-
All right, here we
the
go.
Digipro
Here
video
we
was okay.
fucking go.
All right, chat. Now let's take a bit of a break. Well, I am going to. They can keep talking. We'll be back in probably a little bit to actually talk about the Digibro Autism video. I'm gonna take 5. Don't get my channel
Okay,
back while I'm
so
gone.
we can talk about Monogatari for 5 minutes before it becomes about the.
Subjectively speaking, whatever that is the same as the Jews.
Uh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna go grab something.
It was so cringy I made someone leave.
Y'all suck at talking while I'm gone.
We do. That was horribly awkward.
Yeah.
Probably my fault.
Okay, so
Chat says, what did Digi do this time?
what did Digi do
Be-
this time? Oh no.
Being Digi.
I might.
Yeah, it's like the Digi thing I've ever seen him Digi.
I'm gonna do a break.
I'm gonna go
but
bathroom.
I'm going to go
I'm gonna-
grab the video real fast. Digi Bro. Stop.
Jesus Christ.
Who the fuck just took a bong rip?
You know it's not a
Actually
bong rip because it was Chandler.
It was actually coffee.
Oh. Yeah.
Ugh.
So
Okay, I almost have it up.
so I guess
I'm going to actually upload these two separate on the channel because they're so vastly
so I think we
different
can all agree that
that I think they deserve their own little topics.
oh yeah. I mean,
let me go
the
edit
first one
and
we're just
change
shitting
the title to "And Digibro Explaining Autism."
Nicola Otis says, "Wait, Digibro is still around?" The answer is no. But yeah,
I love watching Digibro's content. It's so fucking amazing. I don't know how he can take these concepts and actually be like serious about them. It's just so hilarious. All right, chat. Is everyone back?
What the shit is going on with this stereoscopic 3D effect?
what?
Is everyone back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Plot, Stuffy.
Give
I'm
me a
sorry.
sec.
I'm sorry.
Plot, I'm not here
Plot,
anymore. Are you in the?
Message redacted. Intelligence.
No,
Well,
I'm not here.
okay.
Gosh, how many times do I have to tell you?
Okay, I guess I'll say goodbye now. We Go Project Team. I don't know who he is, but I'm sure he's more charismatic than me, so I'm sure no one will miss me too much. It is time for me to leave. My weird ass channel needs me. Goodbye. Thank you for having me.
You want to promote who you are?
Oh yeah, my name is Smart Alec.
That's a pretty great
I
name.
guess.
Pretty great name, actually.
I guess.
You want to give
Yep.
me the link for the YouTube?
I
Oh
mean,
yeah, his YouTube channel is in the description below.
in the link. Second last link.
Yeah, right here. Smart Alec. Down there.
I have more in-depth thoughts on the first video about Hazbin Hotel PK Russell made. Horror.
What the
Sorry.
fuck
Goodbye.
was that?
I sneezed.
Bye.
It was a snoff.
Where's they say in the States? A schnez.
Alright, so remove and remove.